by Charlie's Used Cars. We're just moments away from kickoff. But first, here's Carlos Zimmerman, Brian Adams, and Emma Sims.
We're coming to you live from Wildcat Stadium in Splendora, Texas, here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Collin, Neill here in place of Carlos Zimmerman. Right to my left side is Justin Hardcastle. Justin, it's the regular season finale as we get going here on the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show. It's the regular season finale. The Hornets are going to the postseason, but they still got this one last game to get under their belt before they even focus on the postseason. They take on the Splendora Wildcats. And the Splendora Wildcats are trying to have something to get themselves momentum heading into next season. But of course, for the Hornet side, they just want to go ahead and finish it on a 4-game winning streak, the regular season that is, and just have momentum going for them into the postseason.
Absolutely, Carlos. You're not Carlos. You're Collin.
I'm Collin, yeah, of course.
Hey, man, I'm still getting used to the fill-in schedule over here. Absolutely, it is a beautiful night here in Splendora, Texas. We could not have better weather for our season finale. It's a beautiful 72 degrees out here. It is perfect Texas high school football weather. The Hornets are looking to end the game on a, what did you say it was, Collin? A 4-game win streak?
A 4-game winning streak. That doesn't seem like possible that could happen, especially after that 2-game stretch between Montgomery and PNG.
Absolutely not. You know, that was a brutal stretch there in the season. Just a couple of really demoralizing games for the Hornets. It was really kind of a low point for the season, but they have shown grit, determination. They have come back from that, knocked out a 4-game win streak, and secured their spot in the postseason. And that's what they're going to try to do tonight to give themselves even more momentum going into the postseason.
Absolutely. I mean, last year they were able to take care of business against Splendora last year in Huntsville, Texas. It's not even a close game, just as quick and easy. I mean, people are most likely expecting a blowout or expecting like a Huntsville Hornet victory, but if I'm head coach Todd Mavis, I'm telling these Huntsville Hornets, like, hey, no win is ever guaranteed. You still put your head down, you go out there and play the game, this great game that we call Huntsville Hornet football. And Splendora, you know, that they have nothing to lose in this last game of the season. It's senior day for them. It's the last time that these seniors are here at Wildcat Stadium. They want to try to, you know, they want to shock everyone here and take something away from Huntsville, which is a 4-game winning streak. I mean,
there's nothing they'd like to do more than play spoiler to the Hornets.
Yeah,
tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, as we continue on the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show, they have a solid quarterback in Braden Hinton, quarterback, sophomore. He's starting. He's actually I've been watching the film a little bit, and he's actually pretty decent. You know, the Wildcats have a couple of interesting cats, no pun intended, on this team. You also have T.J. Birch, who's one of their wide receivers, the senior, the Houston Christian commit. He could be dangerous. I mean, the Huntsville Hornets just don't. Basically, the word is not be complacent here, Justin.
Right, yeah, absolutely. You can't overlook this game. This is still a district opponent. They are going to want to come out, play spoiler tonight. You can't let that happen. Complacency kills, and the key tonight is to not be complacent.
Absolutely. And while we still have a few minutes here, Justin, I will say, folks, apologies ahead is due. I mean, the internet seems like actually pretty good. We're up here in like some sort of deer blind stand up on top of the press box here at Wildcat Stadium. But I am going to warn you, folks. We are literally right next to a speaker.
Giant speaker.
Yeah. So it's not us trying to bop while we in the press box or whatever. It's just a full steam ahead. We do apologize. This is just the only spot we could get for tonight's broadcast. While we have one more minute, Justin, just kind of what do you expect as of now, if you want to get in some quick thoughts here from the Hornets?
I'm expecting for Zay Adolph to come out and essentially get sort of a dry run for the postseason, really work on those plays that maybe they've been struggling with throughout the season with his receivers, his running backs. Look for the Hornets to play some excellent defense tonight. They need to treat this like a dress rehearsal for the playoffs. They
absolutely.
Need to take it seriously, come out of here with a win, and just build that team chemistry a little bit more.
We continue on the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show. Coming up next is the Charlie's Used Cars Hornet Insider. Head coach Todd Mavis sat down with Carlos Zimmerman and our good friend from the Huntsville item, Colton Foster. That comes your way right here on the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show, live on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Tim Rushing here with Charlie's Used Cars. Fall is upon us, and with that comes cooler weather and great deals on quality pre-owned vehicles. Charlie's Used Cars has a great selection of cars, trucks, SUVs, and even have a few golf carts. We are a family-owned business serving the vehicle needs of this community since 1973. Come by 230 I-45 South in Huntsville and see why we have been voted best in Huntsville numerous times as the best place to purchase a pre-owned vehicle. And don't forget, we also have a service center if your current vehicle needs service, maintenance, or repairs. Charlie's Used Cars and Service Center, 230 I-45 South in Huntsville. Come see us.
Time for the Hornet Insider with head coach Todd Nabis. Brought to you by Charlie's Used Cars.
Just kind of one more before the playoffs get going. Just kind of, what do you want to see on the road against a Splendora team that is still searching for a district win?
I think, we have not played the best situational football, really all year long. And so, to be a great team and, win in the playoffs, it's something that you got to be able to do. We had some, situations the other night in our win against Dayton. It was great to be able to pick up a win, not maximizing those opportunities. But, we got to learn from them and maximize them moving forward.
I mean, you look back to Friday against Nederland, it was a slow start out of the gate, but then the team started to click in the second half. Just what have you been preaching to the guys to be able to have that quick start, especially on this Friday, and the final tune-up before postseason?
Yeah, it's actually the first time I think that I've lost the flip in maybe district. I don't know. I think we've deferred almost every one. He won the toss, and so he deferred, and to be able to go out there defensively, I think it may have been that first series where we got the scoop and score, make it 14, and then that was quickly erased to be 14-14 again, But yeah, it was a great start and just really kind of feeding back and forth off each other. I think the first half lasted, 45 minutes or something like that, and then the second quarter was about 45 minutes in itself, So that's the deal. You never know what the script is going to be or how it's going to come. And, our last 3 wins have been very tough, hard-fought, physical wins, and they've all kind of had a different recipe to it, And so I think our guys are certainly battle-tested and know that we're going to get everything from Splendora. And, they've got some really explosive players. They really do. I think they're... Coach would say they probably haven't been as consistent as he wanted to be, and I'm gonna say the same thing about our team.
You mentioned just winning in different ways. How important is that going into this one to maybe try to figure out another way to win, but mostly going into that postseason where it really doesn't matter what that final score is as long as you have the most points?
After we finished, we fell short to Montgomery. That was my message the next Saturday, knowing that we had a month of football ahead of us. That was really at that point in time, once you're getting into the mathematics, it was all in our hands, and I told them then before we ever went to Dayton that, it right here, it doesn't necessarily matter. From here on out, the next 10 weeks is just being able to find out a way to be able to have one more point than the other team. So, we were able to do that in Dayton for sure, able to stretch it, our win against Lake Creek and then Nederland. And so, it is important. You got to figure it out, after this week, it's win or go home. So, it doesn't matter how pretty it is or whatever else. And it doesn't matter if it's 3-0 and we get held to 100 yards of offense. We better find a way to be able to kick a field goal. It doesn't matter if it's 71-70, like we'll fix it on Saturday or fix it the next week. It's just, it's win or go home. So you got to figure out a way to win. And, we've certainly been in different games and different situations this last 3 weeks where, one side needed to pick it up on the other, and they've been able to complement each other in that way. And, so that's good. We've been in those situations and, certainly need to be able to have that experience, moving forward the rest of the way.
It feels like this team's starting to click at the right time, especially as you go into the postseason, trying to rattle off 4 in a row before you get in there. Just how do they just keep that momentum going in a ball game against Splendora? And I guess there could be a 2-part. How do they just not look past this ball game?
I mean, they don't look past it. It's all we talk about, you know. I mean, we were in here watching an hour-long video of them and our practice and what we're doing against them or whatever else. I mean, this is the most important game. I mean, it's the 10th game of the year. Our seniors have an opportunity to be able to finish the regular season 6-4. You know, you have a chance to go out where you're playing in a competitive game where you're keeping score. I mean, I really don't know what more reasons that you need. So, you know, I mean, as a competitor, it doesn't matter, you know, but it's whether we're playing checkers or we're counting blades of grass or something. I mean, we're going out keeping score. We've got a game plan in to go out there and win a game, and so they're keeping time on the clock, and everybody's going to come watch. So we need to go out and have our best game of the year.
From an offensive standpoint, these last few weeks, it really feels like you've gotten everybody involved in kind of the run game, specifically kind of Marcus and Landon Fisher. Just, you know, what do you see from that, getting that going, and, you know, how it's been going strong for these last couple games?
I think it's great. I mean, you know, we did not have the most yardage passing, but we were 9 of 11, and we were very efficient in what we did. And, you know, we were able to take what Nederland was giving us. Wasn't huge chunks, but, you know, it was kind of death by 1,000 cuts. I mean, it was 7, 8 here, you know, or whatever, that we weren't turning into being massive explosive plays. And at the same time, being able to attack the perimeter with some guys that can run. You know, hopefully be able to stretch their defense out, you know, to the width of the field, and then we're able to hit some stuff, you know, inside. So, you know, I mean, that's just, to me, good complementary football of what we're doing. We've got some guys that can be explosive, and you know, being able to get their ball in their hands, and we've got some guys that can run, and we need to be able to test, you know, the perimeter and see if we're able to get outside. And I think all of that, you know, is again just complementary of how we play, and we're versatile enough offensively to be able to play off both of those.
Looking at Splendora, you say there's a few explosive players on their side. Is there anything they do differently that y'all haven't seen this season yet, or is it something that you guys can game plan for pretty easily?
I mean, I think formationally they're a spread team. You know, they use the same personnel and have a guy that can play a tight end or a fullback position, kind of a lot like we ask of Jarius and our tight ends. So. You know, we can't necessarily see anything from their personnel that's going to tip us to what formation or play they may be in. And but I think they do a good job of being able to utilize space. There's some things that they do in the passing game and crossing receivers and that type of stuff that our guys have got to be on the same page, you know. And so I think their quarterback has done a great job. I mean, he's scrambled around and made some plays with his feet. I mean, he's certainly capable of being able to do that. So we got to do a great job of being able to keep him, you know, contained and in the pocket, and making sure that we're sorting out the receivers, you know, how we need to.
On the defensive end, it really feels like the pressure stepped up these last couple weeks. Part of that with Jarius back on the line, but Fred also. Just what have you seen, you know, as a defensive whole, and, you know, being able to get pressure on the quarterback for them to make those tough decisions quicker?
You know, I think talking about it kind of all gelling and coming together, I think they're starting to have a better understanding of what we're doing, you know. There's been some times earlier in the year that, you know, we're trying to put some pressure on the quarterback with, you know, bringing a linebacker or two, and you know, it's just not all fitting right. And you know, we focus very hard on fits of what we're going to do defensively in the running game, but to me, it's also in the passing game. You know, it's not just a freelance, hey, here we go do whatever you want to. Like, you know, I mean, we've got everybody designed for where they're supposed to be, and, you know, how this certain blitz or pressure goes against the different protections that they could show us, you know. And so sometimes that changes, and it's all got to be reactionary to when the ball snaps and we're going to first, number one, you know, did we guess right and bring pressure when it is a pass, because that's still a 50-50 deal, you know. And then having everybody fit the protection that they're running with the stunt that we have called. And so I think that our guys up front are starting to have a better understanding of how all that works. And there's been some things that have really cleaned up in late weeks that have allowed us to be able to get as quick a pressure as we are getting. And so we'll certainly need to have that, this Friday against Splendora. And again, we got to do a great job because their quarterback is mobile and got to keep him contained in the pocket.
This has been the Hornet Insider with head coach Todd Mavis. Sponsored by Charlie's Used Cars on 101.7 KSAM, your hometown station.
Tim Rushing here with Charlie's Used Cars. Fall is upon us, and with that comes cooler weather and great deals on quality pre-owned vehicles. Charlie's Used Cars has a great selection of cars, trucks, SUVs, and even have a few golf carts. We are a family-owned business serving the vehicle needs of this community since 1973. Come by 230 I-45 South in Huntsville and see why we have been voted best in Huntsville numerous times as the best place to purchase a pre-owned vehicle. And don't forget, we also have a service center if your current vehicle needs service, maintenance, or repairs. Charlie's Used Cars and Service Center, 230 I-45 South in Huntsville. Come see us.
The hits keep coming. Back to Hornets High School football on KSAM.
We are live here at the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth. Collin, Neill, Justin Hardcastle to my left here for the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show. You just heard head coach Todd Mavis talk to Carlos Zimmerman and our good friend from the Huntsville item, Colton Foster. And Justin, just, I think it's very simple. You kind of heard him talk a little bit. Of course, I could barely hear him because of this ginormous speaker right to our right.
Yeah, it's a little tough to hear
it's
smaller details, but
so,
we got the gist of it.
No, I think we'll be fine. I'll be fine, but we continue on the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show. It's a beautiful night here in Splendora as the Huntsville Hornets get ready to take on the Wildcats. Of course, it is senior night here at Wildcat Stadium, so they're celebrating the the seniors here tonight. They usually go to Emma Sims on the sideline, but we don't have Sideline Reporter here today. Justin, what kind of vibes are you feeling here for this evening? I mean, it's very simple. I mean, it's a really straightforward night. There's really nothing at stake here, but it kind of feels like there's a lot at the same time.
No, there definitely is. And it was like I was saying in our last segment, what's really important for the Hornets tonight is that they treat this game like a dry run for the playoffs. This is where you want to lock in, practice running those plays that maybe you've had a little bit of trouble with, get really tuned up for the postseason. That's what the Hornets need to do tonight. The vibes are immaculate. The weather is great. Got a decent little crowd forming up here over on the Huntsville side.
Yeah, we got the band going on.
Got the band going on. Got a decent amount of people that made the drive over. I imagine we might have a little bit more on the stream tonight than in the stands, but that's all right. We love our listeners, so that's all good.
Of course. I mean, cannot thank y'all enough for, of course, supporting Huntsville Hornet football, and especially watching our streams on here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network on the KSAM YouTube channel. If you have not already, guys, be sure you drop a subscribe today. Like us today, and of course, if you haven't already, download the KSAM mobile app. So if you're on the road, you don't have to be watching it on YouTube. And we got to worry about the road first, folks. Especially if you're out of range down here, heading towards Wildcat Stadium. Be sure you download the KSAM mobile app and also listen to today's best country and all your favorites, where you can also hear good old Justin DJing on some of these shifts.
Not tonight. I am off tonight. I am here. No evening show.
Yeah, of course. Well, another thing I kind of want to get to, Justin, is that this is also the kind of game where you're obviously gonna run with your ones tonight, but you had a lot of JV call-ups, some freshmen coming up.
Right.
If the score is gonna get out of hand like it is projected to, of course we don't want to look ahead, but
no, of course
it would also be a great night to get some of your twos and your threes in there to get in there, get some reps, stay fresh, because at the end of the day, Justin, depth is really big when it comes to postseason play.
That's absolutely right, Colin. That's what wins championships is depth, and getting an opportunity to get some of your JV guys out here, freshman guys, get a little bit of real-time varsity reps before the playoffs start. That is huge, and if they can put it away tonight, they have the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, and I'm looking at who's going to be the second running back, especially right behind Trayshawn Brown. Jacaden Burks is not available tonight. Maybe Marcus Lewis slides up into that second spot because he will be in the backfield sometimes, so he might be playing kind of a duo role tonight where he is both the running back and also a wide receiver. We continue on the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show. Coming up next, we will get to the keys to victory, usually with Brian Adams, but it's with me and good old Justin Hardcastle. We continue on next here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Life's journey is filled with love and memories and shared moments. When that journey ends, the path forward can feel overwhelming. Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville understands, and we're here to help. We're more than just a funeral home. We're your friends and neighbors right by your side through every step. Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville will help you honor your loved one's unique story with care and dignity. Heritage Oak Funeral Home, where heritage meets home. Your hometown funeral home.
Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Hornet football. Family owned and operated since 2000. Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner. For all your plumbing needs, call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em, Hornets.
For over 40 years, Nelson Propane Gas has fueled the success of business and homes across East Texas. Restaurants, warehouses, farms, manufacturers, and homeowners get reliable propane solutions that keep them running strong. Our local team understands the unique needs of commercial and residential customers, and we back every delivery with dependable service and safety you can trust. Call Nelson Propane at 800-234-9052 or visit nelsonpropane.com. Nelson Propane, your hometown propane provider.
Folks, this is Frank Oliveris, Marine Corps veteran and owner of Frank's Taco Station and Cafe, Riverside, Texas. Come on out to Frank's, where we welcome you like family and invite you to try some of our favorites, like the Frank's Bacon Cheeseburger, Brisket Kojo Taco, Chicken Fried Steak, Baked Potatoes, and more. At Frank's, there is something on the menu for the whole family. Frank's, the home of the loaded train, offers dine-in or carry-out. We are open Monday through Saturday, or call in your order at 936-594-8139. See you soon, and as always, we love you in Christ Jesus.
Kids have projects to finish, lessons to watch, and homework to turn in. Parents have rules to set. With Mid-South Fiber, your household gets the best of both worlds. Get safe, blazing fast internet with parental control tools to limit screen time, block distracting sites, and keep your kids on track. This school year, enjoy peace of mind with smart online time. Mid-South Fiber, where school ready meets parent approved. Visit midsouthfiber.com to get started.
Who's ready for some football? Here at Wiesner Cadillac in Huntsville, football season kicks off the best deals of the year. Hi, folks. Clint Mack here with Wiesner Cadillac in Huntsville. Come in and get a 25 Cadillac CT5 starting at only $49,890, or a Cadillac XT5 starting at only $43,665. Want to go green? We've got a Cadillac Optic starting at only $49,995. But you need to hurry to Wiesner Cadillac in Huntsville and take advantage of these great deals before they're all gone. Or visit us online at WiesnerCadillac.com. Wiesner Cadillac, where we make dreams come true.
Hornets high school football on your home for the Hornets, KSAM.
Welcome back to the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports on the Turley's Used Cars pre-game show. Still got plenty of ways away until kickoff for the regular season finale between the Huntsville Hornets and the Splendora Wildcats. Well, usually in this segment you hear from Brian Adams on what his keys to the victory would be, but Justin, we're going to kind of tag team on this. I got a couple of keys, but I first want to hear what your keys are today.
Absolutely. If I had to, excuse me, brain froze there for a second. If I had to give my keys, I would say the Hornets have got to be doing the same thing they've been doing on this 4-game winning streak that they've been on. They've got to keep playing good fundamental football, dominating the run game. The defense needs to keep playing excellent. We know they've been doing a pretty good job holding their opponents to pretty low scores in this winning streak. That's just the momentum that they've got to keep up. What do you think, Collin?
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned the defense because they gave up the 40 points against Dayton. I mean, Dayton's a really good offense, without a doubt. I mean, you can go the ebbs and flows about, okay,
they took Neiderland to quadruple overtime, was it?
Yeah, it was Dayton, Neiderland that went to quadruple overtime.
Yeah.
But that Dayton offense is really good. But it seems like ever since that, they were able to take care of business. They only gave up 14 against Lake Creek. They only given up I believe it was 21 against Neill, if my memory serves me correctly. Of course, I was calling that game, but a lot has happened in between for a week, folks.
We've slept since then.
Yeah, we've slept since then. But, this defense has been hunkering down on ever since that Dayton game, which was, ironically enough, what began this 4-game winning streak that they're currently on. But if this defense can just continue to improve, mainly that the defensive backs not let any receiver behind them. I'll be looking at the safeties tonight here, Justin, because they let a lot of they got away with a couple of receivers getting behind them last weekend against Neill. And Neill could have made that game much closer than it needed to be. But it'll be interesting. And for the offense, just to continue to also improve, I kind of want to see them incorporate the passing game a little bit more. You can't just keep on relying on Trayshawn Brown over and over again. I mean, it takes a whole city to bring Trayshawn Brown down, Justin. But you kind of have to spread the ball out and get to your playmakers. I'm looking at maybe some KJ Betts, maybe some CJ Rogers to get some. And maybe even Jerry Singletary. I know he's mainly a blocking tight end, but I kind of want to see him out there in the passing game a little bit because he's a very, very good athlete and a very reliable tight end. We continue on the Charlie's Used Cars pre-game show. Coming up next, we will look at the high school scoreboard and get you set for countdown to kickoff. We continue on the Charlie's Used Cars pregame show after this on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
License number TACLB 122475E. Your heating system is hibernating. Will it start when you need it or struggle with horrible smells? Phew. WA Air Conditioning, Heating and Air Quality will clean and inspect your system inside and out, providing recommendations for worry-free heat when you need it. Winter is coming. WA Air Conditioning, Heating and Air Quality, trained experts, a background check for your protection. Schedule fall maintenance now at WAAirconditioning.com.
Who's ready for some football? Here at Wiesner Chevrolet in Huntsville, football season kicks off the best deals of the year. Hi, folks. Clint Mack here with Wiesner Chevy in Huntsville. We've got great deals on the 25s. Come in and get a 1500 crew cab starting at only $39,890, or Chevy Trax starting at only $21,895. Want to go green? We've got the Chevy Equinox EV starting at only $39,995. But you need to hurry to Wiesner Chevy in Huntsville to take advantage of these great deals before they're all gone. Visit us online at WiesnerHuntsville.com. Wiesner is home of the bottom line.
Proud supporter of Huntsville High School, Danny Doherty State Farm in Huntsville covers all your business, auto, home, life, and renter's insurance needs. Call or stop by the office and get a quote today. They will find the right policy to fit your needs. Call Danny Doherty State Farm Insurance at 936-295-2067. That's 936-295-2067. Or visit them at 2914 Montgomery Road in Huntsville.
This is Kevin with Beckham & Jones Heating and Air Conditioning. The first cold front is here, and although it's not cool enough for you to need your heater, that doesn't mean you shouldn't get your heater ready for winter. Call 936-295-9173 today and set up your planned maintenance heater inspection. And while the technician is there, ask about our UV lights for better indoor air quality or upgrading to our programmable thermostat to help with utility savings. Heater checks, air quality, and utility savings. Now that's Beckham & Jones.
License number 26079C.
Life is full of milestones. Buying your first car, saving for college, planning for retirement. At Walker County Federal Credit Union, we're here for all of them. Because you're not just a customer, you're a member. And a membership means more than banking. It means belonging. Belonging to a financial family that knows you, supports you, and celebrates your success. Experience the difference of membership today at WalkerCountyFCU.com or visit us at 1802 Normal Park Drive, Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Hi, I'm Michael Murray with Murray Insurance and Financial Services. Our family agency has been representing the Huntsville and Walker County area since the 1930s. We can help you prepare for your future with your financial planning needs, along with the unexpected with life, health, long-term care, and disability insurance needs. Please give us a call at 1-800-695-LIFE. Our email is mike@murrayservices.net.
Hometown proud, Hornet strong. KSAM is your hometown radio station.
We welcome you to the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth at Wildcat Stadium. Huntsville Hornets taking on the Splendora Wildcats coming up in about 15 minutes. Once again, Collin, Neill, alongside me is Justin Hardcastle. Let's take a look at the high school scoreboard as we continue on to Charlie's Used Cars pre-game show. It's I mean, one big game I saw last week, Justin, PNG Montgomery, and PNG came out with the victory, so they're locked in as the #1 seed in the district. No doubt about it, for sure. Montgomery facing Nederland at 7 p.m. Lake Creek versus West Fork at 7 p.m. Dayton traveling all the way to PNG. They'll take on the Indians at 7 p.m. as well. And, of course, Huntsville versus Splendora going on right here in about 16 minutes here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports, live on the KSAM YouTube channel and on the FM airwaves 101.7 KSAM. And while we still have just a little bit here, Justin, I kind of want to just talk a little bit more about, this team, because you've seen the progression that this team has gone through over the season. You've seen this team more than I have. You know a little bit more about this team, of course. I mean, I've been just a guy filling in on the play-by-play for Carlos. Just kind of what have you seen a lot out of this team that has really improved?
What I've seen is their ability to come back from adversity. I think a lot of people were feeling really bad about the season around the time that Montgomery game got to zeros in the fourth quarter. That was brutal, and the Huntsville Hornets were at a bit of a crossroads. They're like, all right, we can either lock in, win out, go on a win streak, and secure a spot in the playoffs, or we can pout, be sad that we lost, and not make the playoffs. They chose the first. Since that loss, they have absolutely locked in. They've had some close games, like the one you were talking about against the Dayton Broncos, that absolute shootout down there in Dayton. The big thing that stands out to me about this team, Collin, is their ability to overcome adversity, and I think that is going to be their big X factor going into these playoffs.
And, it is that Dayton game that showcased a lot of adversity. I mean, they had a couple of injuries. They had some things not go their way in that game, but they were able to hunker down. That defense was able to hunker down, rather, I should say specifically, because they made some big plays at the end of that game in order to secure the victory for the Hornets. And, I mean, I keep repeating the Dayton game over and over again. I'm not doing that just because I want to keep talking about it. Well, I do want to keep talking about it.
It was the turning point of the season.
Exactly.
It really was.
Because you just got
absolutely
shellacked by Montgomery the week before.
Yes.
And then you go down to Dayton on the road against a high-powered offense. I mean, their quarterback and their receiver, you got Prieto Jr. down there, you got Jesse Price. They're leading the district in certain categories when it comes to this district specifically. And then you took care of business against Lake Creek, albeit that was a very ugly game. Anyone that watched that game could say that it was ugly, but
at the end of the day, a win's a win.
A win. It may be an ugly win, but it was a win at the end of the day. And then you took care of business last week, of course, against the Nederland Bulldogs, which I was on the call for that game, especially after that first half. That offense just completely took off, and you had two defensive touchdowns. With a Jeremiah Peterson pick six and a Jerry Singletary scoop and score, a fumble that was forced by Trey Scott III. If I want to say that there's one guy that I'm keeping an eye on for the postseason, I know we're looking ahead a little too much. We still got this game to be played. It's going to be Trey Scott III on defense, because he's got to be out there. He's one of the team captains. He has to lead this defense and also make sure tonight, hey, we still got a game to play tonight. We know we're going to the postseason, but we still got some business ahead here tonight in Splendora at Wildcat Stadium. That'll do it for the Charlie's Used Cars pre-game show. Coming up next is the Nelson Propane countdown to kickoff. Me and Justin Hardcastle will go through the weather, reset the scene for you in the starting lineups. That's coming up next here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Hey Huntsville, it's Cicely with Hartfields. Can you believe it's already time to start planning for the holidays? We are getting fresh shipments of beautiful fall flowers daily and have started planning on holiday parties and events. If you have an upcoming holiday occasion that needs flowers or just a simple just because arrangement, give us a call today. Don't wait. You can always reach us at 295-5448. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram or our website at huntsvillehartfieldflorist.com. If you're in the neighborhood, we'd love for you to stop by the shop at 1525 Sam Houston Avenue. This fall and always, remember Hartfields, personalizing your events since 1957.
Your business works hard, and your internet should too. With Mid-South Fiber, you get fast speeds and full control. Prioritize critical devices, offer secure guest Wi-Fi, and keep your sensitive data safe. With built-in protection, all at no extra cost. Fiber that's as reliable as you are. That's the smart business move. That's Mid-South Fiber. Get started today at midsouthfiber.com.
I'm Jerry Larson at Reliable Auto Parts, your auto parts plus store in Huntsville, Texas. Having great products, excellent quality, and outstanding prices. This is what you can expect from Reliable Parts, where you can purchase all your car care products, maintenance supplies, and auto parts. Our services and in-house store offerings are designed to keep your vehicle and motorized machine in proper working condition. Reliable Parts, your auto parts store, 1011 11th Street, Huntsville, 295-5747.
Your brand is your business. Shop local with Advantage Specialties, where you will get service with a personal touch. Hello, I'm Stephanie Pitts, owner and operator of Advantage Specialties. Advantage Specialties offers screen printing and embroidery on site. Let Advantage Specialties get you ready for your next event with cups, apparel, caps, pins, and everything else you could need. Go to AdvantageSpecialties.com or call our team at 936-291-3222 to start that order now. Sting 'em Hornets!
This is the Nelson Propane Countdown to Kickoff.
We welcome you back to the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth. Collin, Neill, and Justin Hardcastle about to get you set for Huntsville Hornets versus Splendora Wildcats, but not before we do the Nelson Propane Countdown to Kickoff. Let's take a look at the weather, brought to you by Nelson Propane. It is absolutely gorgeous. It has not been bad weather, to say the least, albeit the only thing that's been throwing me off is the daylight savings. It gets dark by 5 p.m. and I'm just like, why? That shouldn't happen. I'm more of like, we need to keep it like it is in the summer. More daylight is better, in my opinion. Well, I don't know. What's your take on that?
Oh, goodness. I don't know.
I like your weather takes. I like your weather takes.
Stick to the summer times, I think.
Stick to the
I don't know why
summertime.
we still do daylight savings, man. It's crazy.
73 degrees in Splendora. It'll dip down to the low 60s later tonight, but it will stay in the low 70s. Just a bit of wind, 5 miles an hour coming in from the south-southeast. A gust up to 9 miles an hour. No chance of any precipitation whatsoever. Perfectly clear here on this evening. Humidity at 76%. And we'll step aside for the national anthem. We'll continue on the Nelson Propane Countdown to Kickoff in just a few moments.
For over 40 years, Nelson Propane Gas has fueled the success of business and homes across East Texas. Restaurants, warehouses, farms, manufacturers, and homeowners get reliable propane solutions that keep them running strong. Our local team understands the unique needs of commercial and residential customers, and we back every delivery with dependable service and safety you can trust. Call Nelson Propane at 800-234-9052 or visit nelsonpropane.com. Nelson Propane, your hometown propane provider.
This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network on KSAM.
Well, I was mistaken, folks. I thought it was going to be the national anthem there for a moment. I saw everyone stand up and get ready, but
not quite. You got a little overzealous with your patriotism there, Collin.
I did, but you know what? It gives us more time to really talk a little bit more about this football game we're about to experience here, Justin. It's, the one thing I've been keeping an eye on really has been looking at the roster buildup of this team heading into this, because there's a lot of call-ups coming in from JV, a lot of freshmen coming in. They may or may not play tonight. Of course, we'll see. But it's kind of what we kind of talked about. I think the depth is going to really get some reps here tonight, the 2s and 3s specifically. You'll still probably see some 1s out there, and maybe some guys will come out after halftime, of course, depending on the score. Maybe out the third quarter, you might see Zay Adolph take a seat after halftime, after they come out the locker room. It's going to be interesting, to say the least, what they do roster-wise, Justin, because the worst thing you can do here is have a key player go down injured.
Absolutely, yeah. That's the one thing you do not want to happen in the game right before the playoffs. We want to take a quick moment to thank everybody for tuning into the stream. We've got people tuning in from all over. We got Sally Dowis tuning in all the way from North Carolina. That is a long ways off.
Is she
so
I
much,
wonder if she's a
Sally.
Tar Heels fan or if she's a Wolfpack fan.
I'm not sure. We're not sure. We want to thank you all for tuning in. Y'all are incredible. We'll be monitoring the chat throughout the night. So if you want to tell us where you're watching from, go ahead and drop it down there in the chat.
Okay, good, because I'm honestly pretty terrible at keeping up with the chat. I get so locked in.
That's all right. That's what you got me for.
I got you.
I'll be the chat monitor, producer. I'll just wear all the hats tonight.
Of course, Michael manning the camera tonight. Of course, appreciate Michael. And then we got Damien back at the studio doing the board opping. We continue on the Nelson Propane countdown to kickoff. We're going to go ahead and give you. We were going to give you the starting lineup brought to you by Propane.
Sorry, I got a little overzealous.
Yes,
there,
you
Collin.
did. Yes, you did. Hey, easy. I know what I'm doing. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. Let's go ahead and look at the defense for the Huntsville Hornets. Of course, Jaden Bradford still not available tonight. He is not dressed out, so Victor Olawade will get the start. You have Isaiah Lewis, Fred Oladele. He's gonna be pretty key tonight. Of course, as always, Jabari Washington, Wesley Heineman, Sam Cleveland, Caleb Franklin, David Brown, Brent Carroll, Caden Mavis, and Trey Scott III. That is your that is your starting defense tonight for the Huntsville Hornets. And then looking at it, of course, things could change. This is just the starting lineup I was given, so they might play some tricks on us. Who knows? Who knows?
Always want to keep the opponent on their toes.
Keep us on our toes too, as well. We got looking at the offensive line. I saw Wyatt Stokes was not dressed out, so he may not be starting at right tackle. I did see others starting at right tackle. Couldn't tell who it was down there. I guess we'll find out when we kick off. Ian Johnson at right guard. That's right. Ian Johnson was also at right tackle. But, of course, as the Huntsville Hornets make their entrance here at Wildcat Stadium, we continue on with the Nelson Propane starting lineup for the Huntsville Hornets. Bubba Moreno, of course, at center. Caleb Cruz at left guard. And Trey Williams, the same used to commit at left tackle. Wide receiver C.J. Rogers, Marcus Lewis. You also have Landon Fisher and K.J. Betts. Jerry Singletary, of course, your tight end. And then your running back, of course, coming off of a 3-touchdown performance last week against Neill and Trayshawn Brown. And then QB1, of course, is Zay Adolph. Nothing really changing. Of course, your captains are Trayshawn Brown, Jaden Bradford, Trey Scott III, and Trey Williams. Note on the coin toss, folks, Huntsville lost the toss. They will receive to begin the game, so the offense will get an opportunity right off the bat to get things started early for the Huntsville Hornets. We will continue. That will do it for the Nelson Propane countdown to kickoff. When we come back, folks, it is the regular season finale for the Huntsville Hornets. Can they end their regular season on a 4-game winning streak when it looked like playoff hopes were dead at one point to where now they're locked in at the 3 seed and looking for some momentum heading into the postseason? Well, you're going to find out in just a few minutes, folks. Do not go away. Kickoff is just around the corner. We'll be right back on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Stay tuned, folks. Kickoff's around the corner.
For over 40 years, Nelson Propane Gas has fueled the success of business and homes across East Texas. Restaurants, warehouses, farms, manufacturers, and homeowners get reliable propane solutions that keep them running strong. Our local team understands the unique needs of commercial and residential customers, and we back every delivery with dependable service and safety you can trust. Call Nelson Propane at 800-234-9052 or visit nelsonpropane.com. Nelson Propane, your hometown propane provider.
This has been the Nelson Propane Countdown to Kickoff. Stay tuned. Hornet football is next on KSAM.
Nelson Amaya's Collision has been proudly serving Walker County since 1999. Within walking distance from Sam Houston State University, they pride themselves in offering their services to you for your students to get their vehicle back to pre-loss condition and back on the road. Come see Nelson Amaya's Collision off Sycamore Avenue for all your automotive paint and body needs. That's Nelson Amaya's Collision, a proud supporter of Hornet football. Call them at 936-439-4545.
We're primed and ready. All day, baby. Hey, let's go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. When it matters the most. Let's start something special right here, man. Let's go. We get a chance to prove ourselves right here. Come alive, bro. Go get one done. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hornets broadcast. It's Friday night in Hornets country. This is Huntsville Hornets High School football. Proudly brought to you by Charlie's Used Cars, Heritage Oak Funeral Home, Amaya's Collision, Diana K. Barnes State Farm, Northside Baptist Church, AB Squared Self-Storage, Murray Insurance and Financial Services, Moak and Moak Attorneys at Law, MRC Creekside, Hartfield Florist, Nelson Amaya's Collision, University Heights Baptist Church, Advantage Specialties, Wiesner of Huntsville, Avila's Luxury Barbershop, Bill Fick Ford, Beckham & Jones Heating and Air Conditioning, Danny Doherty State Farm, Huntsville Independent School District, McWilliams & Sons Heating, Cooling and Plumbing, Mid-South Fiber Internet, Reliable Auto Parts, The Woodlands Financial Group, and Walker County Federal Credit Union. Now, from the Frank's Cafe and Taco Station broadcast booth, here's Carlos Zimmerman, Brian Adams, and Emma Sims.
Just up I-59, just northeast of Houston, Texas, and not too far away, just about an hour and a half or so. Of course, you have to always account for traffic in the greater Houston area. It is Huntsville Hornets football and the regular season finale as they take on the Splendora Wildcats. Huntsville Hornet football presented by WA Air Conditioning. Hello everyone, Collin, Neill, Justin Hardcastle to my left. We are just about to get ready for kickoff in just a few minutes. It is a nice little breezy night here in Splendora, Texas at Wildcat Stadium. Justin, I'm ready for some high school football as always. Of course, this is the regular season finale before the Hornets head on to the postseason.
Oh, sorry about that, Collin. I was messing with the scoreboard. I'm wearing two hats tonight. I am color commentary and I am running the computer, so sorry about that. I'm here now.
Captains now beating out on at midfield. Of course, you have Trey Scott the third, Trey Sean Brown, Trey Williams, and Jaden Bradford. On the field for Splendora, it is Braden Hinton. You also have TJ Burt, and you have Isaac Schumont, who's out tonight, and of course, KT Bowen. Of course, if you missed it earlier in the pregame show, Huntsville lost the toss. They will receive to begin the game. I didn't get which end zone they were going to be going towards, so we'll see that in just a moment. But you heard it right there, Justin. The Huntsville Hornets will be on offense first. I'm pretty sure that head coach Todd Mavis is like, hey, let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and get into that end zone.
Absolutely, Collin. It's very important that they come out and make a statement with this first drive. You don't want to go 3 and out. You want to punch one in the end zone quick as you can, come away with some points on the board to really set the tone for this one.
And, of course, we know the offense is reliable. I'm more or less going to watch the defense and see what they're going to be working on tonight to get themselves ready. Captains do the traditions.
What are some things you're looking for on the defense specifically?
I just want to see if they don't get lost in the secondary, get lost on the outside. I mean,
right, you were kind of talking about that last week, right?
These Splendora Wildcats have some good receivers. They have TJ Birch is the one I'm circling on there. Number 3 for the Splendora Wildcats, committed to Houston Christian. I saw some of his film, and, man, I could see why that he could be playing some Division I football here pretty soon, or he is going to be playing some Division I football here pretty soon. So I'm pretty sure I want to see who they have on them. Maybe they have David Brown on him tonight. It's just I just don't want them personally. If I'm a Huntsville Hornet fan, be bland and just be complacent. I want to see them still go out there and play some tough physical football, play some Hornet football.
Absolutely, and that's how it was last year when we played Splendora in that horrible game where it started just absolutely pouring rain and they just ran the clock continuously in the second half. You could tell that they were still locked in. They were training for the playoffs. They were getting ready to start the playoffs the next week. They weren't being complacent, and I don't expect that to be any different tonight.
Diana K. Barnes, State Farm Insurance kickoff just in a moment. Folks, glad to have you with us wherever you may be tuning in on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports, whether it's on the KSAM YouTube channel or on the FM airwaves of 101.7 KSAM or on the KSAM mobile app. We are just glad that you are joining us here this evening for the preseason or the regular season finale. Kicker for Splendora kicks it away. I don't have the roster sheet for that, and it's going to be a fair catch by the Huntsville Hornets. Catching it and making the fair catch is Tidarian Henderson, the wide receiver junior, and the offense for the Huntsville Hornets heads out onto the field.
A little bit of a short kick there by Splendora. That's going to put the Hornets in pretty favorable field position to start this drive. Right at, was it the 33-yard line is where the drive is going to begin.
Believe it was Luis Maldonado that kicked things off, but here comes the Hornet offense with Zay Adolph, of course, coming in. Trayshawn Brown in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Huntsville Hornets going from right to left on your radio dial. They will start at their own 33-yard line. Shotgun formation. Adolph gets a snap, fakes the handoff to Trayshawn Brown, throwing it to his right. Catching it is Marcus Lewis across the 50, breaks the tackle across the 45 into Splendora territory, and already we got a Mocha attorneys at law first down.
Sorry about that, Collin. I accidentally pressed the touchdown button on the stream deck instead of the first down. Folks, no touchdown there. First down, my mistake.
You're good, Justin. Hey.
And running the board. Great pass by Adolph. Great way to start the drive.
Adolph with 3 receivers to his left, motion Singletary to the right, shotgun formation, Trayshawn Brown to his left from the Splendora 42. Hands off to Trayshawn Brown, going to his right. He's got some grass, and no one's going to catch him across the 15, 10, 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Hornets.
That time the touchdown button was correct. See, I had a vision. I was just a play early.
An MRC Creekside touchdown for Trayshawn Brown, building off of his tremendous performance last week where he got into the end zone 3 times, and Caleb Kulak is coming on for the extra point attempt.
Well, we talked about that run game, Collin. They sure showed why it's been so dominant all season there on that drive.
Marcus Lewis, the holder. Kulak. Snap is low, recovered, and the kick is going to be wide right and no good. The snap was not good. And it is going to be a 6-0 ball game. Hornets, though, start off strong with 11:21 left to go here in the Heritage Oaks Figueroa home first quarter. We'll be right back in 30 seconds here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
In times of loss, there's comfort knowing you're not alone. At Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville, we understand the deep emotions you're feeling, and we're here to provide compassionate care, guiding you through every step. Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville will help you create a meaningful tribute, a place for remembrance and ongoing support for your healing journey. Caring for our community one family at a time. Visit us at heritageoakfh.com. Heritage Oak Funeral Home, where heritage meets home. Your hometown funeral home.
Hornet pride lives on KSAM. Sting 'em Hornets.
Welcome back to the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth. Trayshawn Brown with a 43-yard touchdown run to get the Hornets off on the board with 11:21 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. Here is Caleb Kulak on the Diana K. Barnes State Farm Insurance kick off. Hornets starting strong, not even a minute into the game, and they're already on the board. Let's see what they do here. Kulak on the kickoff, and away it goes. It's going to the left. It's going to be Damien Anderson with the reception. He's across the 10, sticking along the 10. He's across the 15, missing a few Hornets, and he's on the left side, and he's on the loose. A flag is thrown. He's going to get tackled by a couple of Hornets in the Hornet territory around the 45-yard line, but there is a flag that was thrown at the 30-yard line. This looks like it is going to be coming back.
That's unfortunate for Splendora. That was one heck of a return by their return man. Let's see what the call is here.
A great return by Damien Anderson for Splendora. The officials now conversating. 11:11 left to go on the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. Still talking. Back judge talking with the white hat tonight.
A little bit of deliberation here in Splendora. Refs are trying to figure out what the penalty was.
I mean, you can already see the offense already going back. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot foul. So it will be interesting to see what it is.
Just seeing what it is at this point.
Still a lot of conversating going around. I think they're just talking about the spot here. We'll get a call from the white hat.
There we go.
Legal is holding on the receiving team, and also an illegal block in the back. I believe first down Splendora at their own 21-yard line. And here comes the Splendora Wildcat offense led by their sophomore quarterback, Braden Hitton. Of course, a couple of Wildcats to look out for tonight. TJ Burtz, Kate Bowen as well. It'll be shotgun formation with the running back to his left. Two receivers right and left. Let's see what the Wildcats have cooking here. Low snap, it's a handoff, and he's brought down in the backfield. What a tackle, a TFL by Jeremiah Peterson, the sophomore linebacker that had the pick six last week. He is already fired up and ready to go. Brings it down for a loss of 3 on the play.
Offense and defense both coming out and making big statements early in this quarter, Collin.
On the carry for Splendora was Rafael Hilario, senior running back. Same formation, and they got the Hornets to jump. He's just going to throw it deep in the air, and it is going to be intercepted. No, it's incomplete. I thought he caught that for a moment. No flag was thrown, however. They definitely got the Hornets to jump. It's going to be 3rd down and 13.
Yeah, it was a little hard to tell if they went over the line of scrimmage with that from this angle. Apparently the refs didn't see it.
Yeah, well, it's like you said, Justin, they probably didn't see them go over the neutral zone. So we'll see what they got cooking here. 3rd and 13, 10:34 left to go on the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. Hitting in shotgun formation with the back right beside him. 3 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Snap, and the flag is thrown. It's going to be offside. He's going to throw it up in the air. Just see why not. It is incomplete, but it's going to be a free 5 yards for the Wildcats as a Hornet jumped. It looked like it was a defensive back coming in from the safety spot, coming in to try to bring in a blitz. But, of course, we know what's coming offside on the defense. It'll be 3rd and 8 coming up for the Splendora Wildcats.
Yeah, couldn't tell which defensive back that was. It happened a little fast, but yeah, was trying to get that blitz and just got a little overzealous.
Might have been Kent Dre Cooper, the junior. He's getting some time back there for head coach Todd Mavis's defense. Hitting in shotgun. He gets the low snap. He's looking to his left, and he had a receiver, but it is dropped by Bowen, incomplete. It'll be now 4th down and 8, 10:24 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. They're still deep in their own territory at the Splendora 23. They were going to go for it, but now the punting unit is on. Hitting, of course, is their punter. You got to be careful with the fakes. They will run a fake on you if they like the look.
Absolutely, and a great defensive statement to start off the quarter, Collin. You know, you get your offense out there, put one in the end zone in less than 30 seconds, and then your defense comes out and gets a big stop. That's about the best start the Hornets could hope
Punts
for.
away, and KJ Betts picks it up across the midfield, and 3 Wildcats around him, and his helmet is ripped off. That should be a flag, and there it is. And they're going to get an additional 15 yards from that return, brought down around the Splendora 47, 48-yard line. Betts' helmet was just completely ripped off. Really no need for that.
A little overzealous tackling
just
there,
a little bit. Looks like KJ Betts is all right. I'm pretty sure he's going to have to sit out for this play.
Yes, if the helmet comes off, they have to come out for one play.
The face mask is confirmed. It'll be a 15-yard penalty, and I'm sure they're going to assess it at the end of the run, which was at the Splendora 48. So by math, they're going to go down to the 33. Collin, Neill, Justin Hardcastle here. 10-11 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. Trayshawn Brown got the scoring started for the Huntsville Hornets with a 43-yard touchdown run. See what they do here. Hornets already back on offense. Say Adolph. Pistol formation. Trayshawn Brown right behind him. 2 receivers to his left, 1 receiver to his right. First down and 10 from the Splendora 33. Whitehat gives a whistle. Adolph motions his receiver to the right, and it's going to be a flag, and I'm pretty sure they're going to call a false start on the Huntsville Hornets. Or it's encroachment, rather, on the defense. 5-yard penalty, and it'll be a 1st and 5 coming up.
It certainly looked like it was going to be on the Hornets there at first, but obviously the officials saw something we didn't.
Same formation, pistol formation, 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Fake handoff to Brown, Adolph, handing it off to Fisher, throwing it to Fisher rather, and he's brought down at around the Splendora 24-yard line. He's about a yard short of the first down. 10 minutes left to go on the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. Some rotations going around for Huntsville. Of course, they're going to try some different things here tonight to get the team like fresh of potentially what they want to try to do in the postseason. Of course, they don't want to show too much. Let's see what they do here. 1 receiver left, 1 receiver right, 2 tight ends. Adolph and shotgun with Trayshawn Brown to his left. Brown gets the handoff, going to the right, finds the gap. He's across 15 to 10, and he's tripped up at the 5. Almost had another touchdown. It was a great tackle on the ankles by Damien Anderson, I believe, was in on the tackle. 9:20 left to go on the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. It was enough, though, for our Mocha attorneys at law first down, and they're inside the Murray Insurance and Financial Services red zone.
Another great run there by Trayshawn Brown. We talked about it in the pregame, and we're seeing it now. Huntsville loves running the ball down the opponent's throats, grinding that clock, and getting ahead early.
2 tight ends, once again, same formation. 1 receiver right, 1 receiver left from the 6-yard line in the red zone. A handoff to Trayshawn Brown, stiffs arm, a Wildcat, and waltzes his way into the end zone. Another touchdown for Trayshawn Brown, and the Hornets are up 12-0.
Now, Collin, you know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's twice now we've seen Trayshawn Brown in the end zone tonight. They're loving it.
Second MRC Creekside touchdown for Trayshawn Brown this evening. 5 touchdowns across 2 games now. We're going to go for 2 to make up for the missed PAT. Wildcats have too many men on the field. They are able to get who they need to get off. 1 receiver left, 2, 3 tight ends. Adolph and shotgun. Brown leading the way. QB draw. Adolph trying to get his way through the Wildcats, but he stood up at the 3-yard line. No gain, of course. The 2-point conversion is no good. 12-0, 8:50 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. Hornets on top of the Wildcats. We'll be back after this.
Nelson Amaya's Collision has been proudly serving Walker County since 1999. Within walking distance from Sam Houston State University, they pride themselves in offering their services to you for your students to get their vehicle back to pre-loss condition and back on the road. Come see Nelson Amaya's Collision off Sycamore Avenue for all your automotive paint and body needs. That's Nelson Amaya's Collision, a proud supporter of Hornet football. Call them at 936-439-4545.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. You can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Diana K. Barnes, right here in Huntsville, can switch you over so you can start saving today. Diana and her team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. Just give her a call. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth. Collin, Neill, Justin Hardcastle, Huntsville Hornets up 12-0, 8:50 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. Diana K. Barnes, Safe Farm Insurance kickoff. Caleb Kulak will be underway here in just a moment. A great return last time by Damien Anderson of the Wildcats. Kickoff is now to the right this time and will go into the end zone. It will be a touchback for Splendora. While we have the time, let's thank some of our wonderful sponsors. Justin.
Absolutely. Tonight's game is brought to you by AB Squared Self-Storage, your local go-to self-storage facility. Charlie's Used Cars. Customer satisfaction is our #1 priority. Diana K. Barnes, State Farm Insurance, focusing on auto, home, life, farm and ranch, business, pet, and tractor insurance in Huntsville, Texas, and the surrounding areas. And Huntsville Independent School District. It's a great day to be a Hornets. We are building champions, every day.
Hitting the QB, and the rest of the Wildcat offense is out there. 2 receivers left and right, twins. Running back in the backfield, low snap, hands it off though to his running back, and he's hit hard. Once again, it's going to be for the Huntsville Hornets. Sam Cleveland. It's going to be second down and long coming up for the Wildcats. Getting the handoff was Aiden Washington. We'll see plenty of him as well tonight for Splendora. 8:26 left to go on the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter from the Splendora 29-yard line. Second and medium. Hinton gets the snap, throws it back. This is a wide receiver pass. He's looking downfield, Burge, and he's going to throw it to nobody at the 50-yard line. It is no intentional grounding as he is outside the tackle box, but got it past the line of scrimmage. It'll be third down and about at the 29, and so they need to get to 35. There'll be third down and 6 coming up for the Splendora Wildcats, trying to do some trick plays. Let's see what else they can do here. That's one thing they're going to have to keep an eye on tonight because Splendora likes to run a few trickerations, to say the least.
Do they? I haven't seen that.
I just watch film, just find it online, of course. Shotgun formation hitting the backfield. He gets the snap, hands it off to Washington, going to the left, but he is swallowed up. That B-gap closed very quickly. Sam Cleveland in on it again. It'll be no gain on the play. It'll be fourth down and 6 coming up. 8 minutes left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter, and the Wildcats will punt it away.
Yeah, another great defensive stop by the Hornets, Collin. This is exactly what we were talking about in the pregame. You know me, I'm a big defense wins championships guy. I love seeing me some good defense from the Hornets tonight.
KJ Betts at the 35-yard line of Huntsville, back to receive this potential punt, hitting the quarterback, but also the punter for this Wildcat team. Gets a snap, he punts away, almost blocked. It may have been tipped just a bit, judging by some reaction. It bounces at the Huntsville 45, takes a nice bounce, though, past the 40, and it will be stopped at the Huntsville 36-yard line, and that is where the Hornets offense will start this drive. The offense will come back out. 7:20 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter.
Another pretty favorable start for the Hornets on this drive. Notice that's been a bit of a theme this quarter. They've had some pretty good starting points for every one of their offensive series so far.
We'll see if they bring out the first team still for the Hornets. And they will. I mean, of course, it's still just the first quarter, but you never know. Because once it gets out of hand, I'm sure they want to go ahead and get their starters out of the game. Adolph in shotgun as always. Brown to his right, 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. 1 tight end. Adolph gets the snap, fakes the handoff to Brown, throws to his right. He's got C.J. Rogers, and he is picked up and slammed down at around the 41-yard line of Huntsville. I was surprised that there was not a flag thrown, but I guess since he adjusted mid-air to kind of just lay him down, there's going to be no flag on the play for unnecessary roughness.
They're going to call that one just good physical football.
Yeah. That is a rule, though. You can't just pick someone up and German suplex them.
No, that's certainly what it looks like from this angle, Collin.
Huntsville at the Huntsville 41-yard line. 6:42 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. Second down and medium. They have to get to the 46 for a first down. Adolph hands it off to Brown, running through the middle, and he's got enough for the Mocha Mocha Attorneys at Law first down. At midfield. Huntsville hurrying up. They do mark it at around the 49.5-yard line, but it is technically at midfield. 1 receiver to the right, 2 receivers to the right, rather, Betts and Rogers. Receiver to the left is Henderson. Brown to Adolph's right in shotgun formation. He gets the snap. He's looking for Henderson. He's got a wide open man. He makes the catch. A 15-10-5 touchdown. A coverage bust gets Henderson into the end zone.
Absolutely beautiful pass there by Zay Adolph. Number 10, what is his name? I didn't catch it.
Tydarian Henderson.
Absolutely wide open there by Henderson. That was just another beautiful pass by Zay Adolph. Exactly what you want to see if you are the Hornets tonight.
I believe that was Damarian Anderson that was on the coverage of Henderson, and he just looked like he just caught off guard. It was a simple go route along the boundaries, and it's 18-0 Huntsville after that MRC Creekside touchdown. Kulak on to kick the PAT. It splits through the Nelson Amaya's Collision Center uprights. Good. 19-0. 5:55 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. We'll step aside for a break. We'll be back here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
I'm Jerry Larson at Reliable Auto Parts, your auto parts plus store in Huntsville, Texas. Having great products, excellent quality, and outstanding prices. This is what you can expect from Reliable Parts, where you can purchase all your car care products, maintenance supplies, and auto parts. Our services and in-house store offerings are designed to keep your vehicle and motorized machine in proper working condition. Reliable Parts, your auto parts store, 1011 11th Street, Huntsville, 295-5747.
Fall football means it's officially pretzel bun season. Go pretzel picking at Chick-fil-A Huntsville. Enjoy your favorite boneless breasts of chicken on a toasted pretzel bun with cheddar cheese, applewood smoked bacon, lettuce, tomato, and creamy Dijon mustard sauce. Available for a limited time at your Huntsville Chick-fil-A. Delicious! Now the Cherry Berry Bunch is back for fall. Add cherry to your favorite Chick-fil-A beverage made with natural cherry and berry flavors. Football and Chick-fil-A, the perfect combo.
Back here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Collin, Neill, Justin Hardcastle in the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth. Kulak on to kick things off to resume the Heritage Hill Funeral Home first quarter. 5:55, Huntsville up 19-0. Goes on the kickoff from Caleb Kulak. It is going to be returned by Birch. Birch across the 10, across the 15, across the 20. He's going to get stood up there around the 21-22 now, and they'll officially mark him at the Splendora. Looks like 21.5, 22-yard line. And that is where Splendora will start things off. 2 straight 3-and-outs. Huntsville up 19-0. You know, it's just business being done right here in Splendora, Texas.
Shout out to our viewers, everybody in the chat letting me know to Darion Harrison's name. Thank you all so much for that. Y'all are incredible.
Yeah, Darian Henderson with the touchdown for the Huntsville Hornets. On the last go around, 19-0, 5:46 left to go here in Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. Let's see what else this defense can show that it can do here. Hinton gets a low snap, hands it off to his back, and he stood up a TFL. Kentre Cooper standing up, the running back for Splendora. Hilario on the carry.
Splendora really struggling to get anything going with the run game. These Huntsville Hornets are absolutely shutting them down up there in the middle.
5:23 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right from the Splendora 20-yard line. Second down and 12. Hinton stops it for a moment, gets the signals from the sideline. Hilario moves to his left now. Low snap, he's looking to his left now, Hinton, and he's got some pressure. He's looking downfield, but he's going to get swallowed up in the backfield for a Hartfield Flora sack. Jalen Baldwin, the senior linebacker, there first. And it's a 3rd down and long coming up for the Splendora Wildcats, as they will now be 3rd and long at their own 16-yard line. Splendora needs something here. They have gone 3-and-out on their first 2 offensive drives. 4:25 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. 3 receivers left, 1 running back in the backfield with Hinton. Hinton, low snap. He hands it off to Hilario, but he's just going to get stopped for a loss of 1 on the play at the 15-yard line. It'll be 4th down and way long, and I'm sure Splendora is just going to punt this one away.
These Wildcats are getting absolutely suffocated by the Hornet defense tonight. They are, forgive my wordplay here, they are absolutely swarming them. They're in the middle, just not letting them get much going tonight.
How many times are you going to say that tonight?
That's going to be one of about 50.
3:47 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. 19-0 Hornets on top of the Wildcats. Hinton punts this one away. A decent punt. Betts trailing to his right. There's a flag. There's a couple flags on the field. The ball bounces at the 50, and it will stay at the 50. And there's some extracurricular activities going on as another flag is thrown. I'm sure all these penalties are going to be on the Huntsville Hornets. I'll be curious to see, but that's another thing that I kind of want them to work on, Justin. cool it with the extracurriculars.
Well, it looked like there was a little bit of exchange between number 9 on Splendora and the white hat before the flag was thrown. I'm sure the other two were on the Hornets, but I'm not quite sure who that third one was on.
There is no ref. There is no ref mic tonight, so we won't know for sure what exactly went on down there. Still some conversation.
Still got some deliberation going down here on the field among the officials.
When there's some deliberation like that, they're just trying to figure out the spot of the ball. That's what they're trying to figure out. But since the Hornets are already out there on offense, just waiting, and the defense is also out there, it's fair to assume that, of course, it'll stay a Huntsville Hornet ball. But where will the football be? And the White Hats going over to talk to head coach Robbie DeHeck of Splendora just to see what he wants to do. 3:33 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. Huntsville up 19-0 on the Splendora Wildcats.
It's still deliberation here. We're gonna wonder what. Surely it's still about maybe the placement.
I think the White Hats ask. I think the White Hats just asking Coach DeHeck, what are some good spots around here to eat afterwards. That's what I like. That's what I like to think sometimes. Maybe their old buddies are just catching up. Who knows? And still a lot of conversation.
Are endless. They are sure deliberating. That much is for certain.
Well, while we have some time, Justin, let's thank a couple of our wonderful sponsors for sponsoring this season of Huntsville Hornet football.
Absolutely. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Hartfield Florist, personalizing your events since 1957. Northside Baptist Church, growing people in Christ to reach others for Christ. Wiesner of Huntsville, home of the bottom line, and WA Air Conditioning, Heating, and Air Quality, your local HVAC experts.
Looks like the deliberation is about over. They're still talking. Head coach Todd Mabus getting the news. Illegal block in the back on the receiving team, and then after the play, that's just holding, I believe. Then after the play, personal foul, maybe unnecessary roughness or unsportsmanlike conduct penalty was assist on it, but all penalties are on the Hornets, so it is still going to be Hornet ball, but they're going to be backed up.
Okay, it was that last one that confused me a little. It looked like he was motioning the other way.
Now, Justin, this is going to be probably the worst spot that they're going to have all night. The ball landed at the 50 on the punt. Because they have to assess the illegal block in the back penalty, but they also have the after the play penalty to assess afterwards.
And it is what you were talking about before, all the deliberation. That is the one thing the Hornets need to be absolutely sure to lock in on before the playoffs, is these penalties. Sometimes they do get a little overzealous, especially on special teams. Not ideal for the Hornets on this drive, but it is still a decent starting position.
So instead of starting at the 50, they're going to start at their own 30-yard line. So not terrible field position at all. Just it could have been much better. Here's Zay Adolph, 3 receivers to the left, Brown to his left. Brown throws it, Adolph throws it, he gets it off to Fisher, and there's going to be a flag on the play. Fisher's brought down past the 40, good enough for a Mocha Turner's law first down, but I'm sure this is coming right back. He had some receivers blocking for him. Looks like C.J. Rogers is going to be tagged for the holding penalty.
Yeah, the offense is already heading back.
Or it's actually going to be Henderson that could be tagged for this one. White Hat goes over at the 20 with a holding on the offense, and it's going to be still first down, but it's going to be a longer one, of course, for the Huntsville Hornets. 3:26 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. 19-0 Hornets on top of the Wildcats in the regular season finale. Hornets looking to end the regular season on a 4-game winning streak. 3 receivers to the right, 1 running back in the back with Zay Adolph, of course. That running back always will be Trayshawn Brown. 1 tight end in the alignment. Adolph throws to his right this time. A good couple of blocks. It looks like it's KJ Betts on the run across the 40, and he's got potentially enough. Let's see where they spot him. No, he does not have enough. He'll be 2 yards short of the first down. at the Huntsville 38-yard line. 3:04, that's where the clock will stop in the Heritage Zone Funeral Home first quarter. Huntsville, though, hurrying up. They're already getting the play call. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. That's Henderson on the left side, Betts and Fisher on the right. In pistol formation, Adolph from the Huntsville 38-yard line. Harrison, excuse me. I keep on saying Henderson. I don't know why I keep saying Henderson. Adolph gets the snap, hands it off to Brown, going to his left, but he's going to get swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. It is going to be a loss of a couple on the play. At the 36-yard line, it'll be 3rd down and 4 coming up for the Hornets. It'll be the first 3rd down.
First time Trayshawn Brown's looked human tonight, too. I think that's the first time Splendora's been able to get a stop on him.
Yeah. Miles Phelps in at tight end for the Hornets. Not usually Jerry Singletary in that spot, but he's getting some time. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Adolph gets the snap. He's rolling to his left. Trying to juke around a Splendora Wildcat. Spins around it, going to his right. Stiffs arm, and then he's get hit hard. Oh, man. Loss of way much. And Adolph is down on the ground, and he is not getting up.
Yeah, that was a big hit there by the Splendora Wildcats on Zay Adolph.
And there's a flag on the play afterwards. It looks like it's going to go on Splendora, but all eyes are now, though, however, on Zay Adolph as he is now slow to get up. We're going to go ahead and step aside and take a break for 60 seconds. When we come back, we will give you an update on Zay Adolph when we can after this on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network powered by KSAM Sports.
License number TACLB 122475E.
When your heating goes out, it's an emergency. WA Air Conditioning, Heating and Air Quality provides emergency service even on weekends and holidays. A certified technician will provide an honest evaluation and get your heating system back online. WA's local trained experts are background checked for your protection. Should a new system be required, WA Air Conditioning, Heating and Air Quality offers long-last, reliable RUD systems and flexible payment options. Schedule service online now at WAAirconditioning.com.
Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Hornet football. Family owned and operated since 2000. Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner. For all your plumbing needs, call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em, Hornets.
Welcome back to the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth. Collin, Neill, Justin Hardcastle. 2:06 left to go in the Heritage Zone Funeral Home first quarter. Zay Adolph was able to get off and walked off with some assistance. He took a big hit on a long loss on the play on a failed QB run to the left. And I'm sure Luther Joyner III is going to be the QB for now. I wonder if they're going to just sideline Adolph for the rest of the game and just not risk it. I'm pretty sure he's going to be, of course, tested for concussion because that hit just did not look good. But there was a penalty after the play, and I'm sure it will be 1st and 10 Hornets coming up because that was definitely on Splendora. Some chewing, some extracurricular activities. As the White Hat confirms after the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on Splendora, the defense. It'll be an automatic 1st down for the Huntsville Hornets. A Mocha attorneys at law 1st down.
Yeah, it was an absolutely hard hit there on 4th down. Not what you want to see. I would have to imagine they keep Adolph out at least maybe for the half. You certainly don't want to risk your star quarterback going down with an injury right before the playoffs.
19-0 Hornets on top. 2 Trayshawn Brown touchdowns and a touchdown reception by Tidarian Harrison. Apologies, folks. Keep saying Henderson for some reason, but we'll see. Luther Joyner III is now in the game in shotgun formation. Brown to his left, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Throws to Fisher. He's going to get stopped at the 45-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and medium coming up. And still some extracurricular activities, more so on Splendora's side.
Wildcats playing physical on defense tonight.
Hey, they have nothing to lose, man. It's the regular season finale for them too. They're not going to the postseason. They want to try to play spoiler and just be physical tonight. But we continue on here in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. 1:24 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. Luther joining the third in quarterback now, the junior quarterback. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left, a tight end in the game as well alongside the offensive line. Jordan the third gets the snap, hands it off. No, fakes the handoff to Brown. He finds Fisher again to the right, and he's going to get pushed across the first down marker. It is another Mocha attorneys at law first down. 1:02 left to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. Clock will roll now down inside 1 minute to go.
Pickup was good for a first down. First and 10 Hornets.
Jordan the third getting the play calls from the sideline. Brown in the backfield to his left. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Huntsville going from right to left on your radio dial. 38 seconds to go in the Heritage Oak Funeral first quarter. Play clock down to 5. 4, they have to snap it. They do snap it. Brown gets the handoff to his left. He's got some blockers. He's got a hole, and he stiff arms a Wildcat across the 40 into Splendora territory, or already were. That is enough for a Mocha attorneys at law first down.
A little bit of good old-fashioned physical football there from Trayshawn Brown with that stiff arm. That's
to see that. Stephanie said it would take a village to take him down. It would take a village to take him down, but
I really like that.
I told her after some crazy runs last week, it's going to take a whole city. Now all of a sudden, it might just take a whole state to break him down. Maybe a small state.
Definitely seems like it's going to take most of the defense of Splendora, that's for sure.
2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Trayshawn Brown with the fake handoff. Luther Jordan the third to the left. Trucks his way across the 20-yard line. That is enough for another Mocha attorneys at law first down. And they're inside the Murray Insurance and Financial Services red zone. The sticks will move, but the clock will roll on down here in the Heritage Oak Funeral Home first quarter. The Huntsville Hornets up 19-0. Trayshawn Brown with 2 tutties. Tidarian Harrison with a touchdown reception from Zay Adolph. We'll be right back. The second quarter will continue. We'll get underway after this on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
For over 40 years, Nelson Propane Gas has fueled the success of business and homes across East Texas. Restaurants, warehouses, farms, manufacturers, and homeowners get reliable propane solutions that keep them running strong. Our local team understands the unique needs of commercial and residential customers, and we back every delivery with dependable service and safety you can trust. Call Nelson Propane at 800-234-9052 or visit nelsonpropane.com. Nelson Propane, your hometown propane provider.
Where there's a will, there's a way, as the saying goes. But where there's no will, there's absolutely no way your last wishes will be known. You need to get serious about your estate and call Sam Moak at Moak & Moak to get your estate, will, and other documents updated now. Without a will and proper estate plan, the government decides with probate. You've put it off long enough. Sam A. Moak's practices focus on estate planning, probate, elder law, real estate, and transactional law. Practical wisdom, trusted advice, and personal service. Moak & Moak Attorneys at Law.
19-0. Huntsville Hornets on top of the Splendora Wildcats. Second quarter about to get underway. Live from the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth. Collin, Neill, Justin Hardcastle filling in for Carlos Zimmerman and Brian Adams. The full moon is out tonight. It is peering through the clouds. With the woods behind us, it is a beautiful night here in Splendora, Texas. But the Huntsville Hornets are inside the Murray Insurance and Financial Services red zone. They will be at the 18-yard line of Splendora. Luther joining the third in net quarterback still. Trayshawn Brown to his right. 1 tight end in the back with 2 receivers to his right. Luther joining the third, throws it to his right, and he's going to get it off to Singletary. Breaks the tackle across the 5, carrying Splendora with him inside the 5. He's going to get tossed back. Whistle for progress stops him at around, around the 3-yard line of Splendora. It is enough for a Mocha Attorneys at Law first down.
Redmond and Moncrief lead a pack of Wildcats on that stop.
Great physical football there by the Hornets. They are chugging those legs, and they are getting right on the verge of pushing another one right into the end zone.
So you got 2 tight ends in the game. You have Singletary, but you also have Phelps in there as well. 1 receiver left and right. Pistol formation. Brown right behind Luther joining the third. Joining the third, gives it to Brown. Why not? And Brown, however, this time is going to get swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. It is going to be a loss of 2 on the play. Second and goal coming up. 11:08 left to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, good red zone defense here by the Wildcats, containing Brown on that play, not letting him punch one into the end zone, and forcing the Hornets to burn another down.
You're not seeing a lot of C.J. Rogers out there tonight. You're seeing mainly Betts. You see a bit of Fisher as well, and you also see some Tidarian Harrison. Harrison already has a touchdown reception, which was earlier in the game on a busted coverage where the DB for Splendora just didn't know what was going on. Luther Jordan III, though, gets a snap and shotgun. He fakes the handoff, runs to his left, and he trucks his way, flips into the end zone. Touchdown, Hornets.
A little bit of acrobatics there from Luther Joyner Jr. One heck of a way to get into the end zone for the Hornets on a flip.
10:28 left to go in the second quarter, 25-0. Hornets on top of the Wildcats. Let's see if they're going to go for a 2-pointer or just do the PAT. Caleb Kulak is out there, so it'll be just a point after attempt. The first point after attempt wasn't the best. It was a low snap, but they seem to get things back on track here. Marcus Lewis, the holder. Kulak, of course, on the PAT. Snap's good, hold is good, the kick is up, splits through the Nelson Omayas Collision Center uprights, and good. 10:28 left to go in the second quarter, 26-0. Hornets on top of the Wildcats. They are running away with this one already, folks. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Nelson Amaya's Collision has been proudly serving Walker County since 1999. Within walking distance from Sam Houston State University, they pride themselves in offering their services to you for your students to get their vehicle back to pre-loss condition and back on the road. Come see Nelson Amaya's Collision off Sycamore Avenue for all your automotive paint and body needs. That's Nelson Amaya's Collision, a proud supporter of Hornet football. Call them at 936-439-4545.
The hits keep coming. Back to Hornets High School football on KSAM.
10:28 left to go in the second quarter. 26-0. Hornets on top of the Wildcats. It is pretty much what everyone expected to happen here, Justin.
Yeah, this has just been about 2 of the best quarters of football I've seen the Hornets play all season. They are firing on all cylinders. The fundamentals are looking good, playing good physical football. They are dominating 26-0 because of it.
Caleb Kulak on the Diana K. Barnum State Farm Insurance kickoff. And away it goes. It is a low line drive kick. It bounces at around the 14. It is fielded, though, by Splendora. Going to the left is Birch, and he's swallowed up, and is going to be a flag on the play, and it will be on the Hornets. It was a late tackle by Bryson Johnson outside and out of bounds, so it's going to add 15 yards to the return.
A little bit of overzealous tackling by both sides. They are getting awfully chippy down there on both sides as we continue on the second quarter.
The white hat confirms it is going to be a personal foul on the Hornets, so 15 extra yards for Splendora, and this will arguably be their best starting field position of the night. While we have the time, Justin, let's thank some more of our wonderful sponsors.
Absolutely, Collin. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Nelson Propane, your hometown propane provider. Amaya's Collision Center, family owned and operated since 1999.
Offense comes out for Splendora. Braden Hinton, of course, their quarterback. They're going to roll out with 2 receivers either side. Very interesting formation as there's 2 receivers behind another receiver. Low snap. Hands it off to Hilario up the middle, but he's going to get swallowed up and brought down backwards. Whistles blows for progress. Will be stopped for a 1-yard gain at the Splendora 43-yard line. Second down and long coming up for Splendora. They want to try to get some positive momentum going.
Absolutely. There's still a lot of ball to be played before halftime, so if you want to get some momentum, this is the time to do it.
Same kind of formation. Hinton gets the snap, hands it off to Hilario again, going to the right, and he will get stopped. A gain of 2 this time, but nothing more as a lot of Hornets swarmed up around him. It will be 3rd down and long coming up. They're at their own 45. They need to get to the Hornet 48 for a new fresh set of downs. They have not converted a first down tonight. They've been 3 and out in all their drives. I'm sure they can be more comfortable thinking about going for 4th down here if they so choose. 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right for the quarterback Hinton. Hilario in the backfield with him to his left. Hinton gets the signals from the sideline, gets the snap, fakes the handoff to Hilario. Thought about going to his left, he's scrambling to his right. He's throwing it up in the air, out of bounds. Of course, incomplete. 4th down and long coming up for the Splendora Wildcats, 4th down and 7. Let's see if they think about going for it here. They're in much better field position than the last few times they were on 4th down.
Looks like the offense
coming off the field
is going to come off the field. They are not going to go well.
Of course, I will say watch out for the fake. I mean, Hinton is the punter and also the quarterback.
You did say they like to run trick plays whenever they see an opportunity. Yeah.
KJ Betts is back at the Hornet 23-yard line to receive this punt. Hinton's been quite good on punts so far tonight. Hinton gets the snap, he punts it away. It's low though. What a terrible punt across the 30, across the 25. And I mean, that was off the side of his foot. It could have been worse, but not exactly the best punt in the world.
No, not ideal if you're Splendora. You definitely don't want to see that kind of punting whenever you're down this much, because it's going to put the Hornets in fairly favorable field position here to start their next drive.
I mean, it's kind of serves as kind of like a touchback. I mean, it could have been worse, but that could have been a good opportunity to pin Huntsville deeper. I mean, Hinton has some good punting. I can see it. Just unfortunate in going further. Luther Jordan III is coming back out to continue handling the quarterbacking duties for the Huntsville Hornets. Haven't seen Zay Adolph, so I'm sure they're going to put him on the shelf for the rest of the night.
I would imagine so, Collin. You do not want to risk any more nasty hits like that to your star quarterback right before the playoffs start.
Rogers back in the game. He is to the left. You have Fisher and Marcus Lewis to the right. Handoff to Trayshawn Brown to the right side across the 30, carrying a couple Wildcats near the 35-yard line, and that'll be enough for a Mocha Attorneys at Law first down, 10-yard gain, 8:48 left to go in the second quarter.
Trayshawn Brown just dragging a couple defenders with him as he muscles across the first down line. That is some of the best running we have seen from him all year.
I'm sure Luther Jordan III probably came in earlier than expected. I'm sure that he would have probably came into the game later on in this one, especially with things continue the way they are. 26-0 Hornets on top of the Wildcats. 8:24 left to go in the second quarter. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left from the Huntsville 35. Luther Jordan III gets the snap, makes the handoff, looks to his left, trying to get it out to Rogers, but it is way long and incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Just a little high on that throw, but Luther Joyner Jr. is still looking very comfortable out there.
Luther Joyner III, of course.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Collin.
Of course, like I said, getting in some quarterback duties. Zay Adolph taking a nasty hit earlier in the game right before the second quarter began. Along the ends of the first quarter, or right around where the second quarter began. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right from the Huntsville 35. Brown making the handoff. Luther Jordan III now has it across the 40, across the 45, the 50, and he is going to be pushed out of bounds at around the Huntsville 48, but that is enough for another. And I mean another. Mocha Attorneys at Law first down.
Mocha Attorneys at Law is getting all the publicity tonight. These first downs are coming tonight, Collin.
They do officially mark it at the Huntsville 48-yard line. Marcus Lewis in at receiver to Luther Jordan III's right. Fisher and Rogers to the left side of the offensive line. Huntsville going from left to right on your radio dial. Trayshawn Brown to Joyner III's right. 1 tight end. 3-man front for the Wildcats. Brown gets a snap, handoff, 50, 40, and there's going to be a flag on the play as he's dragged down at the Splendora 35. It looks like this is going to be coming back, or maybe this could be on Splendora, because for the Hornets, Bubba Moreno's helmet came off.
doesn't look like the offense is getting ready to go back just yet. This one could very well be on the Wildcats.
Let's see here. The White Hat is conversing. It is going to go on Splendora. Personal foul, face mask on the defense. 15-yard penalty. It'll be, of course, first down. Trayshawn Brown was stopped at the Splendora 35. Good enough for a Mocha attorneys at law first down. And then 15 extra yards to add on to the end of the run. Since it was a face mask that caused Bubba Moreno's helmet to fall off, he does not have to come out for a play. Brown moves to Luther Joyner III's left. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Luther Joyner III gets the snap, fakes the handoff to Brown, and that pass is going to fall short, incomplete to the left of C.J. Rogers. It'll be second down and 10 coming up. Huntsville at the 20-yard line, so they are in the Murray Insurance and Financial Services red zone once again. 7:44 left to go in the second quarter. 26-0 Hornets on top of the Wildcats. See Jacaden Lewis in that tight end now for the Hornets. To the left side of the offensive line, 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left once again. Brown to Joyner III's left. Joyner III fakes the handoff. He is going to try to go for Rogers in the end zone, and it is incomplete, but a flag is thrown. It'll be a defensive pass interference. Huntsville will be settled in nicely inside the 5 at the 2. Or the 1-yard line, excuse me.
Defensive back just got a little bit handsy there in the end zone. Did a little more than he was supposed to, and now the Hornets are just a couple yards away from punching another one into the end zone.
Well, Rogers was to his back. It looked like the ball was coming in straight to his chest. I'm guessing the defensive back, at least from what I saw, just swatted his hands down to prevent him from catching it.
That's what it looked like from where I was
mean, if you're going to
looking.
make a defensive pass interference obvious, that's one way to do it.
It wasn't egregious. He was probably just playing good physical defense, but sometimes those calls just don't go your way, Collin.
It is going to be placed at the 5. So first and goal, Mocha attorneys at law, first down once again. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Brown still in the backfield with Joyner III, 1 tight end from the Splendora 5. Joyner. Claps, gets the snap. Fakes the handoff to Brown, runs to his right, towards the pylon, into the end zone. Touchdown number 2 for Joyner III. And the Huntsville Hornets keep on piling on the lead.
I was hoping for another flip from Joyner III there.
7:32 left to go in the second quarter. Another MRC Creekside touchdown. Caleb Kulak will be on to try to convert this extra point. It's basically smooth sailing from here, Justin.
We still got 7:30 to go in this half.
Kulak on the kick, the point after attempt. Lewis the holder, snap is good, hold is good, and it splits the Nelson Almaya's Coalition Center uprights and good. We'll keep things here, 7:32 left in the second quarter, 33-0. Justin, the Hornets are just doing everything right, it seems, tonight.
They are firing on all cylinders, Collin, that is correct. And we will see more of it when we come back right here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Who's ready for some football? Here at Wiesner Buick GMC in Huntsville, football season kicks off the best deals of the year. Hi, folks. Clint Mack here with Wiesner Buick GMC in Huntsville. Come in and get a 1500 double cab starting at only $34,930, or a Buick Encore GX starting at only $21,895. Want to go green? We've got a 24 GMC Hummer. Take $22,000 off the MSRP. But you need to hurry in to Wiesner Buick GMC in Huntsville to take advantage of these great deals before they're all gone. Visit us online at WiesnerHuntsville.com. Wiesner is home of the bottom line.
.32 on the second quarter clock here at Wildcat Stadium in Splendora, Texas. Huntsville up 33-0 on Splendora. Caleb Kulak will have the Diana K. State Farm Insurance kickoff to continue this game. The regular season finale for the Hornets. Kulak got a little too antsy. He already was off to kick things off. He will kick it off this time to the left side bounces out of bounds, kickoff out of bounds, and the Wildcats will have good field position to begin another offensive drive.
I will say, we were talking about the Hornets firing on all cylinders before we went to break, but one thing I will say is you've had a few special teams errors. That's the one thing, if you are going to get nitpicky on the Hornets, that does need to be cleaned up a little.
They will place the ball on the right hash of the Splendora 30.
Big sets up the Wildcats with their 1st and 10.
I'm sure it will come to a time where we'll start seeing the 2s and 3s pretty soon. I could assume.
You would have to think so. It may not even wait till halftime at this point.
Of course, the goal in games like these is to come out healthy, but
absolutely
with Zay Adolph, coming out of the game, I'm sure it's on the back of Huntsville Hornets fans' minds. Hinton gets the snap and shotgun, throws it to his running back across the 35 rather, almost at the 40-yard line. They're going to mark him just a few inches short of the first down. Aiden Washington on the catch and run.
Splendora just inches away from.
Good for a Wildcat first down.
Well, they're going to go ahead and give him the first down. It'll be the first one of the game for Splendora. It looked like he was marked just short, but Hinton gets a quick snap low, and Washington gets the handoff again, but he'll be stopped for a 1-yard loss on the play. I guess the nose of the football was just creeping over that 40-yard line.
We both thought he was just a few inches short, but that is good for Splendora's first down of the half.
6:51 left to go in the second quarter. 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right at the Splendora 39-yard line. Hinton with the running back to his left, fakes the handoff, goes to his left, and it's going to be caught by Splendora Carey Williams. He's brought down for just only a gain of 3 or 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd and long coming up for Splendora. 3rd and 7, as you heard, with the speaker literally a few feet to our right. Clock continues to run, 6:09 left to go now in the second quarter. Ball at the Splendora 43-yard line. Hinton gets the snap, looks to his left, almost tipped, but it is caught. Good enough for a first down across midfield. KT Bowen, one of the captains for Splendora, with the catch. 2 first downs now for Splendora. Justin are now starting to find a rhythm here.
They are. They're starting together to put together a little bit of a drive here. Offense is starting to click a little bit. I'm sure that's a relief for the Splendora Wildcats fans.
At the Huntsville 49, and it's going to be a false start on the left tackle for Splendora, rather the left guard of Splendora. 5-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 15 as they go back into their own territory. That was the first time that they were about to take a snap in Huntsville territory, but they're going to have to wait a little longer for that.
Commentators curse there, Collin. As soon as we say something about the clicking, we go ahead and get our first penalty.
They're backed up at their own 44-yard line at the left hash. The clock continues to run, 5:38 left to go in the second quarter. Huntsville up 33-0 on Splendora. Washington now moves to Hinton's left in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Splendora moving from right to left on your radio dial. Hinton, Claps gets the snap, and he's got a free rusher in Cooper, and he's going to get swallowed up in the backfield. Cooper missed him, but a Hartfield floor sack once again by the Huntsville Hornets. It was a swarm of them coming in on it. I saw a couple of numbers in on it. I saw Wesley Heineman in on it. I saw a little bit of Isaiah Lewis, but either way, it's a Hartfield floor sack for the Hornets.
Hornets absolutely swarming him on that one. Nowhere to go. Defense is still firing on all cylinders.
They will take the snap at their own 43-yard line. 43-yard line, Splendora will. 2nd and very long. 4:37 left to go in the second quarter. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Hinton gets the snap. He's got some rushers coming in, and it's going to be another Hartfield Flores sack. Jalen Baldwin in first, and the rest of his Hornet teammates come in and clean up the mess. It is going to be 3rd down and forever now. 4:15 left to go in the second quarter.
Hartfield Flores getting plenty of love on this drive as the Huntsville Hornets defense is loving all of these sacks.
33-0 in the second quarter with less than 4 minutes left to go. Three receivers left, one receiver right. Hinton gets the snap. He rolls to his left. Some more pressure, and he's just going to throw her up in the air, out of bounds and incomplete. Well, after getting 2 first downs, the Splendora Wildcats, I'm for sure they're gonna just punt this one away because it's 4th down and literally forever. They're at their own 39-yard line. They would need to get to the Huntsville 39 for a first down.
Yeah, and that goes to show how penalties can absolutely kill a drive call. And they had a good little momentum going there, getting a couple first downs in a row, and then all it took was one offsides penalty to kill the drive.
33-0 Huntsville on top of Splendora. 3:37 left to go in the second quarter. Hinton will punt this one away, and it's off the side of his foot again. This is just a pop-up. It will roll back into Huntsville territory, and it will be down at the Huntsville 41-yard line. That is where the offense will continue things. There is a penalty flag, though, on the play. The flag landing at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what it could be. Either way, though, we'll keep things right here with 3:26 left to go in the second quarter. They're talking to a Huntsville side. They're pointing towards the receiving team's way.
Ref's playing a little bit of catch with the flag there.
White Hat still talking about things over. The Huntsville Hornet offense is coming out on the field. Not sure what, I'm sure they just picked up the flag because the ball is not being moved at all. So it looks like there is no flag on the play. Huntsville will start this drive at their own 41. Luther joining the third, back in at quarterback. He has 2 touchdowns on the night. 3 receivers right, 1 running back in the backfield. And this time it is not Trayshawn Brown. This time it is a new running back coming in, Lester Davis, senior running back. He has enough for the Mocha Mocha attorneys at law first down as he gets in Splendora territory. KJ Betts still out there. Alongside him is Harrison and Rogers. So still the top receivers for Huntsville still out there, but now Trayshawn Brown is out of the game. Lester Davis is now in. Brown's not hurt. I can assure you on that. It's just that they just want to give him some rest before the postseason. Davis now to join the thirds right. Rogers trying to catch the pass. It is incomplete. It was way low to the ground. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Splendora 49 for Huntsville. 2:45 left to go. 33-0. Hornets on top of the Wildcats. Well, now, Justin, you're now starting to see some remnants of getting the 2s in there now. You got Lester Davis now in there, running back besides Trayshawn Brown. I'm sure we'll probably see some more of that coming out of the halftime locker room.
Absolutely. This second half is going to be all about getting some maybe those call-ups you were talking about and some of the second stringers, some reps out here in a real game so that they can get ready for the playoffs as well. 2nd down and 10 from the Splendora 49. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Handoff is to Lester Davis going to the right. He changes direction, going through the middle. Now he's through the middle, and he's got all the green grass in front of him and jukes out a Wildcat across the 15, and he's going to get brought down at the 12-yard line. Mocha Mocha attorneys at law, first down once again for Lester Davis. First down and goal. No, first down and 10 at the 12 coming up for the Hornets inside the Murray Insurance and Financial Services red zone. Huntsville's saying, you like Trayshawn Brown? Well, guess what? We got another one on the bench.
What a great job of changing direction, I will say, for Lester Davis. If I was
that juke was incredible.
He had a couple of great jukes on that. I would just keep giving it to him. He is razzling, dazzling all over the field. He gets it again in shotgun. He's across the 10, but some Wildcats are in there on the tackle. Looked like meeting him first was one of their linebackers in, well, don't have a number 50 on this roster. I was told I had everybody, but it is the 2-minute timeout. 33-0 Hornets on top of the Wildcats. We'll be back after this on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network powered by KSAM Sports.
License number TACLB 122475E.
Your heating system is hibernating. Will it start when you need it, or struggle with horrible smells?
You.
WA Air Conditioning, Heating and Air Quality will clean and inspect your system inside and out, providing recommendations for worry-free heat when you need it. Winter is coming. WA Air Conditioning, Heating and Air Quality, trained experts, background check for your protection. Schedule fall maintenance now at WAAirconditioning.com.
Nelson Amaya's Collision has been proudly serving Walker County since 1999. Within walking distance from Sam Houston State University, they pride themselves in offering their services to you for your students to get their vehicle back to pre-loss condition and back on the road. Come see Nelson Amaya's Collision off Sycamore Avenue for all your automotive paint and body needs. That's Nelson Amaya's Collision, a proud supporter of Hornet football. Call them at 936-439-4545.
Hornets High School football on your home for the Hornets, KSAM.
Welcome back to the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth. Collin, Neill, Justin Hardcastle in on the call this evening. And before we were about to continue the second quarter, Splendora called a timeout, so we're going to keep it right here. Huntsville up 33-0 on the Wildcats. Luther Jordan III coming in at quarterback. Of course, that's the main storyline with Zay Adolph coming out of the game after taking a big hit. Trayshawn Brown out of the game, though, but not to injury this time. For him, it is just getting him out of the game so he can rest up for the postseason. Lester Davis it's been the Lester Davis show on this drive, to say the least. I wouldn't be surprised if they keep on hanging it off to him until it stops working.
Absolutely. Lester Davis is trying to show these guys, hey, I want to get some touchdowns too.
Huntsville at the Splendora 10-yard line. Second down and 8. Jordan gets the snap, hands it off to Davis going to his left. Gains a few yards, and he's going to get stopped at the Splendora 6-yard line. It'll be third down and 4 coming up for Huntsville. The clock will keep on rolling. 1:47 left to go in the second quarter. Inside the Murray Insurance Financial Services red zone. Davis to Joyner III's right. Could see a pass, could see him run it again. Jordan III gets the snap rolling to his right, looking in the end zone, trying to find somebody, throws it, and is that good for a touchdown? No. It was caught by C.J. Rogers at the 1. He was just outside the end zone, rather, but it is good enough for a Mocha attorneys at law first down as he's marked down at the 1-yard line.
Just short of the goal line.
Clock will continue to roll here. Nothing's really stopping the Hornets right now. They can just take their time. 20 on the play clock. 1:15 left to go in the second quarter. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. If I were to guess, I would assume that they're going to hand it off to Davis right here. I mean, why not?
I would like to think so.
Let him finish off the drive. Why not? Jordan gets the snap, hands it off to Davis, trucks his way into the end zone. Maybe. No, he is just an inch short.
Inches short. That's about as close as you can get to the end zone without a touchdown as you can get.
Trey Williams was slow to get up there for just a moment, but he pops right back up, no problem. Huntsville not wasting any time, though. 40 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Joyner gets the snap, hands it off to Davis again, trucks into the end zone. Touchdown, Hornets. Lester Davis into the end zone. That was the Lester Davis drive for the Huntsville Hornets. And they are now up 39-0, can go up to 40 after this point after attempt. Another MRC Creekside touchdown for Huntsville.
The Lester Davis drive is a really great way to put it, Collin. That was all him, and it is great that he got to cap it off with a touchdown.
Caleb Kulek on to attempt the point after attempt. 35 seconds left to go in the first half. Don't go away, folks. We'll have the Northside Baptist Church halftime report. Kulak on to kick this extra point. Lewis, the holder. Snap is good. Hold is good. Splitting the uprights and good. Splitting the Nelson Amaya's Collision Center uprights. We'll keep it right here. 35 seconds left to go in the first half. 40-0. The Hornets just piling it on non-stop. It just keeps on going. Of course, Splendora had their best offensive drive on their last offensive drive, I was about to say that, and they had a couple of first downs. They got into Huntsville territory, albeit at the 49, but still in Huntsville territory regardless. And then they had a couple of penalties, committed by them, then a couple of Hartfield Florida sacks. Just just didn't work out for them right here, Justin, and it's just all Huntsville Hornets tonight.
Absolutely. It has been just absolutely about as dominant of a half of football as you can have for the Huntsville Hornets. Just like we talked about in pregame, they are firing on all cylinders right now.
Once again, 35 seconds left to go in the first half. Collin, Neill, and Justin Hardcastle filling in for Carlos Zimmerman and Brian Adams and Emma Sims as they're all the way up in Corvallis, Oregon. Heard it's nice this time of year.
Oh, I'm sure it's beautiful up there right now. And it's beautiful down here, too. This is just about as good of a night for Texas high school football as you can ask for.
I am a really big fan of the backdrop here in Splendora. You got the football field, you got the lights, you also got the nice little woods in the background. I mean,
it's very reminiscent of Huntsville.
Yeah,
you know, nice little tree backdrop. I am a huge fan. And you got that moon peeking up over now. Absolutely breathtaking.
Kulak on the kick this one off. It is a squib kick up the middle. It is handled by Splendora cleanly, breaking a tackle and being brought down at around the 35, 36-yard line. Let's see who that was. It was for Splendora. That was Holden Price on the carry.
You got to wonder if the Wildcats are going to try to run any plays here or if they are just content to let the clock run down, head into the locker room, and figure out what adjustments they need to make.
They do receive to begin the second half. It looks like they're not going to kneel this one down. They have 2 timeouts in their bag if they want to use them. 2 receivers right, 2 tight ends in the backfield, 1 receiver left, 1 running back in the backfield. Hinton gets the low snap, hands it off to Hilario, but he is going to get brought down for a gain of about 1. Making the tackle was Sam Cleveland, a 1-yard gain. And 17 seconds left to go. They don't have to snap if they don't want to. And they are going to go ahead and come off the field. No, now they're stopped.
Stay.
They're staying out there. 5 seconds left. No, I don't think they're going to snap it. They're just going to go ahead and run this clock down. To halftime we go. The Huntsville Hornets are up 40-0 on the Splendora Wildcats. They're well on their way to getting having a 4-game winning streak heading into the postseason. When we come back, me and Justin Hardcastle will have the Northside Baptist Church halftime show. Don't go away, folks. We got plenty coming your way here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Life's journey is filled with love and memories and shared moments. When that journey ends, the path forward can feel overwhelming. Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville understands, and we're here to help. We're more than just a funeral home. We're your friends and neighbors right by your side through every step. Heritage Oak Funeral Home in Huntsville will help you honor your loved one's unique story with care and dignity. Heritage Oak Funeral Home, where heritage meets home. Your hometown funeral home.
Exceeding all expectations for 3 generations. You can call us day or night. McWilliams, we're the ones you trust. So count on us to come out and fix things right. When your plumbing is slow or your AC goes, we've got the best service round by far. Visit callmcwilliams.com. McWilliams, we're not comfortable until you are.
Ready for a new ride? Then head to Bill Fink Ford in Huntsville and take advantage of huge savings during their year-end sales event. That's right, all remaining 24 models in stock have got to go, including everything from the rugged 2024 Ford F-Series trucks to the spacious 2024 Ford SUVs. Hurry in for the best selection and a no-bull deal today. Bill Fink Ford, straight talk, great deals. Shop online 24/7 at BillFinkFordHuntsville.com.
Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Hornet football. Family owned and operated since 2000. Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner. For all your plumbing needs, call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em, Hornets.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. You can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Diana K. Barnes, right here in Huntsville, can switch you over so you can start saving today. Diana and her team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. Just give her a call. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is B.J. McMichael, Minister of Students and Outreach at University Heights Baptist Church and a proud 1993 Hornet graduate. At UHBC, we believe Sunday is game day for your faith. We start at 8 a.m. with our traditional worship. Then both at 9:30 and at 11, you have options. Huddle up in a small group or attend contemporary worship. 2 time slots with the same great options. Don't forget about Wednesday nights from 6 to 7:30 Bible studies and programming for every age and stage. If you don't already have a church home, we want to invite you to add church to your weekly game plan. We'll save you a seat. Sting 'em Hornets.
This is the Huntsville Hornets High School Football Halftime Report, sponsored by Northside Baptist Church. Here's Carlos Zimmerman, Brian Adams, and Emma Sims.
We welcome you to the Northside Baptist Church halftime show. Huntsville Hornets up 40-0 on the Splendora Wildcats. Live in the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth at Wildcat Stadium in, of course, Splendora, Texas. Collin, Neill, Justin Hardcastle filling in for Carlos Zimmerman and Brian Adams and Emma Sims. Well, Justin, there's really not much to talk about. 40-0, Hornets on top of the Wildcats. The big storyline, though, Zay Adolph taking a massive hit and going down, and Luther Joyner III stepping in earlier than I'm pretty sure he expected.
Yeah, absolutely. We can probably expect not to see any more of Zay Adolph tonight.
Yeah.
Obviously, they are going to keep him off the field. They do not want to risk it getting any worse. He came off of his own volition, and we're sure he'll be fine. It's Luther Joyner III looking excellent out there on his couple drives.
Oh, absolutely.
Getting some nice little flip into the end zone, another rushing touchdown, and then having the drive, the backup running back drive.
Lester Davis drive.
Lester Davis drive, absolutely. Just lots to talk about, lots of good football. There's a couple little ticky-tack things you can talk about that maybe they need to improve on. We saw some special teams errors there in the first couple drives, the missed field goal and the failed 2-point conversion. But other than that, Collin, that is just about as dominant of a half as you can have at this level.
Yeah, I mean, that's where it comes down to, Justin. I was talking to you about it just a little bit before we got this game going. They're going to want to really get their depth pieces out there, and because depth is how you're going to win in the playoffs. Luther Joyner III has been excellent, though, ever since he took over. But before that, though, there was 2 touchdowns for Trayshawn Brown, Tidarian Harrison with a touchdown catch, and of course you had, and then Luther Joyner III getting in on 2 touchdowns of his own, and Lester Davis with a touchdown of his own as well, like you just said. So with Trayshawn Brown's night is done. They took him out. They said that's enough. We cannot risk you coming out. But hey, it's nice to know that you have another nice little backup running back in Lester Davis. That last drive we talked a little bit about him. Of course, him going off some crazy runs. Lots of Mocha tourneys that law first downs tonight for the Huntsville Hornets.
Absolutely.
Only 2 first downs for Splendora in that so far in this game in that first half. Just kind of the one part I will say that's been kind of where I hope they continue to work on is the special teams aspect. They have a missed extra point. Of course, it's high school football. That's going to happen all the time. But in the playoffs, all 3 phases of the game has to get going. I always say that special teams, our good old buddy O'Pal, Luke Scott, taught me this. Special teams may not win you games, but they can lose you games.
Absolutely, yeah. That is a great quote from him, and it is so applicable. You do not want to be going into the playoffs with your special teams looking sloppy. It is what separates good teams from great teams.
I wonder exactly. I don't remember exactly the rule. I wonder if they're just gonna go ahead and agree to a running clock here in the second half. I don't know if that is applicable in district play, but we'll see. But we continue on the Northside Baptist Church halftime show. Huntsville Hornets up 40-0 on the Splendora Wildcats as the Huntsville marching band is out there. We're going to step aside and take a break. When we come back, we will have the Hornets Nest with Shannon Hollis coming your way here on the Northside Baptist Church halftime show. Don't go away, folks. That's coming your way here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Halftime is an opportunity for teams to rest from the events of the first half and get a plan for the future of the second half. Broadcasters are busy analyzing what has already happened, while coaches are planning strategies and making changes, but the final score is yet to be determined. We want a Hornet victory in the future. Life is a lot like a football game. We all have a past that we cannot change, and we don't know what the future will bring. There's something unique about life in the future. Jesus is already there. You can trust him with the plan of your future life. I'm Regan Cooksey, pastor of Northside Baptist Church. Are you listening?
It's time to stir up the Hornet's Nest. Brought to you by Wiesner of Huntsville. Here's Shannon Hollis.
Happy Friday Night Lights, Hornet Nation fans. We appreciate you tuning in and listening to the broadcast of tonight's Hornet football game here on KSAM. Here's what's buzzing. We want to congratulate the Huntsville High School Grenadier Guard drill team for competing in the Texas Dance Educators Association, or TDEA, Fall Field Assessment at Challenger Columbia Stadium down at Clear Creek ISD this past Tuesday. We are so proud to share that the team brought home a Division I score from all the judges. Way to go, GGs. Please help us congratulate the Huntsville High School Hornet Yearbook team for earning national recognition from Jostens. During National Yearbook Week last month, students shared photos, videos, and stories that captured the heart of Huntsville High School. Their creativity and enthusiasm led to Huntsville High School being named one of only 10 in the nation to earn a National Yearbook Week Sweepstakes Award. Congratulations to our talented yearbook students and staff for this incredible accomplishment. The Huntsville ISD Social Services Department would like to thank everyone who participated or supported the 5th Annual Huntsville Community Fall Festival that was held this past Saturday. It wouldn't have been possible without all of the generous individuals, clubs, organizations, businesses, churches, and all of the Huntsville ISD and Huntsville Walker County community partners. Thank you all so very much for your support. The Huntsville High School Hornet Welder program has added an all-girls team. You heard that right, the Lady Hornet Welders. We'd like to congratulate Sophia Garcia, Katie Thorpe, and Kayla Lambright for putting themselves and Hornet welding on the map. This all-girls team finished in first place at the Texas State Technical College Build-Off in Marshall back in October. This is the first all-girls welding team for Huntsville High School and the first all-girls team to win a welding series build-off in a combined girls and boys competition. Way to go, ladies. Prepare to be entertained. Get your tickets now for the 3 Heath Brothers Not So Silent Night Christmas Tour concert. They will be performing on Saturday, November the 15th at 7 p.m. in the Huntsville ISD Performing Arts Center. It'll be a night full of Christmas fun for the whole family. Kids 12 and younger can get in free with an adult ticket purchase. Get tickets now at the number 3 heathbrothers.com. That's number 3 heathbrothers.com. All profits from this event will go to benefit our Huntsville ISD Social Services Department. You can help a child this season. We are anticipating our Hornets being in the first round of the playoffs next week. All playoff details could be confirmed as early as tomorrow morning. Stay connected to the Hornet Athletics webpage and their social media posts for all the game information, including tickets. Of course, we'll be sharing their information, but we need you to know that the official word will come from athletics. We need Hornet Nation to show up and show out no matter where we play. We need you to help pack the stands and cheer loud for our Hornets. Remember, for all athletic information, visit the Hornet Athletics website at hornetnation.info. There you will find all the rosters, schedules, scores, online ticket links, and more. Let's sting 'em, Hornets. And be sure to mark your calendars. November the 24th through the 28th, Huntsville ISD will be closed for the Thanksgiving holiday break. All campuses and facilities will be closed the entire week, so parents, please be sure you have made alternative plans for any child care that may be needed that week. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We are building champions. Everyone, every day. We hope you enjoy listening to the rest of tonight's football game here on KSAM. Good luck, Hornets. Let's sting them. And everyone, have safe travels home.
Halftime is an opportunity for teams to rest from the events of the first half and get a plan for the future of the second half. Broadcasters are busy analyzing what has already happened, while coaches are planning strategies and making changes, but the final score is yet to be determined. We want a Hornet victory in the future. Life is a lot like a football game. We all have a past that we cannot change, and we don't know what the future will bring. There's something unique about life in the future. Jesus is already there. You can trust him with the plan of your future life. I'm Regan Cooksey, pastor of Northside Baptist Church. Are you listening?
Hometown proud, Hornet strong. KSAM is your hometown radio station.
We are back in the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth. Collin, Neill, Justin Hardcastle still in the Northside Baptist Church halftime show, 40-0 Hornets on top of the Wildcats. And usually they usually take this time to get a special guest on, but we're not going to, of course, have time for that, or we don't really have anybody in line for that. With this time, Justin, I kind of want to talk a little bit about getting ready for the postseason now. Of course, for those out there that are wondering, we don't have any official playoff information. So if you want to keep track of that, please just check out all social media accounts for Huntsville ISD, Huntsville Hornet High School, all that great stuff. And we are going to give you the broadcast information when we know for sure officially who the Hornets are facing, where they're going to be playing, and the time and the day for it. So please just keep an eye out on all the social media platforms if you haven't already, to keep track of playoff information. But I was just wondering, Justin, from your perspective, the postseason is now getting close. You're one half of football away from completing the regular season and going into the postseason on a 4-game winning streak. Does it become more of like, is it more of like being physically tough, or do you think it's more being about mentally tough?
I think it is a fair balance. What this Hornets team has proved this year is they've been physically tough from the beginning. They were favored to win this district at the beginning of the season. What makes them so mentally tough, and I think what sets this Hornets team apart, is their mental grit, the adversity that they've had to overcome. Whenever they were down 0-2 in district play, it was concerning, and you could tell they were down on themselves. They were sad, but they realized that they were at a crossroads, and they chose to go the hard way and grind out these wins. Started out with that shootout in Dayton, going on that 4-game winning streak. When you can respond to adversity like that, that is how you know your team has got great mental toughness. I think that is what is going to set them over the edge as postseason play begins.
So I'm an outsider looking in. I mean, I know I've been on these broadcasts. I mean, I was in on the Dayton game, the Bryan game. I was also in that last week for the Needland game. So I don't know exactly what all is going on in Huntsville, but I remember going back. I remember going back and looking and watching the game against PNG. At halftime, everything seemed like it was going well. It looked like you were going to steal a road game against one of the best teams in state in PNG, and then you just come out at halftime and everything went down the chute. And then you had that game against Montgomery. It just didn't look good. I mean, I will say I give a lot of credit to head coach Todd Mavis, Justin. First-year head coach, continuing this playoff appearance streak that the Hornets are on, and he's riding the ship now, Justin. To go back to what I asked you, I think it's going to come down more on the mental side of things for the Huntsville Hornets, and it goes from just like on the field, of course, but also just trying not to commit stupid mistakes, stupid penalties, because that was the main theme I saw all the time when I was on the call for this game. We saw a couple of them, but things settled down finally as the first half rolled on, and they just need to keep going, and they just need to keep up, Justin. But we're going to continue on the Northside Baptist Church halftime show. Collin, Neill, Justin Hardcastle. So we're just about under 10 minutes away from the second half kicking off in Wildcat Stadium in Splendora, Texas, under the night sky at 8:31 p.m. Central Time. And Justin, I was just wondering, before I even say anything about more of the weather, is that a waning gibbous or is that a waxing gibbous?
Oh man, I do not know my moons as well as I should.
You weren't paying attention in first grade.
Well, and my late great grandfather, he was a moon expert. He knew all the moons all the time. He would always tell them to me when I was a kid, and I am ashamed of myself to tell you that I am not quite sure which one that is, if it's waning or waxing. It is beautiful. It is providing an absolutely nice backdrop here for some great Huntsville Hornets football. It's We're just going to call it the Hornet Moon tonight.
Yeah, I kind of want to get our cameraman Michael on the moon over here. I don't know if we're able to get the moon, Michael, because moon analysis is, of course, what you're. We're just having a lot of fun here, Justin.
Absolutely, that's that's what it's all about, folks.
Folks, comment down below if you're watching on the YouTube stream. Is that a waning or waxing gibbous? That's for sure. That is such a beautiful. It's a beautiful night here in Splendora, Texas. Coming up next, folks, on the Northside Baptist Church halftime show, we will have your halftime adjustments. We usually go to Brian Adams, but it'll be just me and Justin giving you the halftime adjustments. We continue on in the Northside Baptist Church halftime show, 40-0 Hornets on top of the Wildcats. Be back after this on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Hi, I'm Reagan Cooksey, and I have a thought I want to share with you. Are you listening? I'm thankful for my daughter-in-law, Macy. She's a beautiful woman, a wonderful wife to my son, and an exceptional mother to our grandchildren. I'm so thankful that Macy went to work at the bank where Rodney was employed. When he saw Macy, he was smitten. Macy has been a faithful wife and mother. She works hard and is an absolute joy to our family. I warned her on the day of their wedding that Rodney would be in the woods, on the water, or in the field 3/4 of the year, and she still said, I do. Now it's not common to see this wonderful woman don camo and head out on a hunt of her own. She is the perfect God-sent addition to my son and our family. I'm Reagan Cooksey, pastor of Northside Baptist Church. Are you listening? Northside Baptist Church is a vibrant, growing body of believers located at 1207 FM 980 in Huntsville, Texas. Check us out on the web at nbchuntsville.com. Northside Baptist Church, going people in Christ to reach people for Christ.
This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network on KSAM.
Welcome back to the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth. Collin, Neill, and Justin Hardcastle, where you will get your Huntsville Hornet football and some moon analysis.
So we do have our first guest.
Oh, okay.
Our first guest
right.
in the. Oh, we've got two actually. Okay, we got Donald Bader. He is saying waning gibbous.
That's right.
Stephanie is saying Wayness for sure. So that is it, folks. Well, I'm going to call it. It is a waning gibbous. But tonight, we're going to call it the Hornet Moon.
Oh, okay.
That is shining down favorably on our Hornets in their dominant first half of play.
Well, I mean, in a game like this, it is tough to really ask for halftime adjustments, Justin. But if there's something that you want to see the Hornets adjust, really, what is it? I mean, we kind of did talk about the special teams a little bit. Maybe that's something they can try to work on, continuing to get that stuff kind of cleaned up. But what do you think? And by the way, we could be expecting the 2s and 3s coming out.
Absolutely. Well, and really what the adjustments need to be about in the second half is getting those 2s out there, getting them reps, getting them warmed up for the playoffs, letting them experience some actual snaps. That is just as important as, having the dominant first half that you had with your starters.
Yeah.
Now you want to get your depth out there, get them reps, and that is going to make you even more dangerous going into the postseason.
I mean, of course, we don't know officially who the Hornets are going to be facing, so we'll figure that out as the days come, as the regular season wraps up for the district, and of course 5A playoffs next week, so we will see. Hornets back out from their locker room, so is Splendora, a little over 4 minutes before we get the second half going, still on the Northside Baptist Church halftime show. Collin, Neill, Justin Hardcastle. Really, if I were to see one more thing that the Hornets could probably do, Justin, maybe just, I don't know, probably either keep things bland, maybe not give away too much. Like, of course, there could be some scouts out there.
Right, yeah, you don't want to give away too much of, like, your trick plays, maybe,
I've always been on the side, like, hey, work on some things work out some plays, but of course, I would think maybe just keep things, keep it simple is what I always like to say. I mean, right now you're out 40-0, so, it's pretty, all said and done. Of course, the game's not over yet, folks, but the Hornets well on their way to a 4-game winning streak heading into the postseason, and now we'll wrap things up on the Northside Baptist Church halftime show. Coming up next, it is the second half here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Huntsville Hornet football continues after this.
This has been the Northside Baptist Church Huntsville Hornets halftime report. Stay tuned for more Huntsville High School football on KSAM.
License number txhsfb 122475E.
When your heating goes out, it's an emergency. WA Air Conditioning, Heating and Air Quality provides emergency service even on weekends and holidays. A certified technician will provide an honest evaluation and get your heating system back online. WA's local trained experts are background checked for your protection. Should a new system be required, WA Air Conditioning, Heating and Air Quality offers long-last, reliable RUD systems and flexible payment options. Schedule service online now at wairconditioning.com.
Nelson Amaya's Collision has been proudly serving Walker County since 1999. Within walking distance from Sam Houston State University, they pride themselves in offering their services to you for your students to get their vehicle back to pre-loss condition and back on the road. Come see Nelson Amaya's Collision off Sycamore Avenue for all your automotive paint and body needs. That's Nelson Amaya's Collision, a proud supporter of Hornet football. Call them at 936-439-4545.
Fall football means it's officially pretzel bun season. Go pretzel picking at Chick-fil-A Huntsville. Enjoy your favorite boneless breasts of chicken on a toasted pretzel bun with cheddar cheese, applewood smoked bacon, lettuce, tomato, and creamy Dijon mustard sauce. Available for a limited time at your Huntsville Chick-fil-A. Delicious! Now the Cherry Berry Bunch is back for fall. Add cherry to your favorite Chick-fil-A beverage made with natural cherry and berry flavors. Football and Chick-fil-A, the perfect combo.
Where there's a will, there's a way, as the saying goes. But where there's no will, there's absolutely no way your last wishes will be known. You need to get serious about your estate and call Sam Moak at Moak & Moak to get your estate, will, and other documents updated now. Without a will and proper estate plan, the government decides with probate. You've put it off long enough. Sam A. Moak's practice is focused on estate planning, probate, elder law, real estate, and transactional law. Practical wisdom, trusted advice, and personal service. Moak & Moak, attorneys at law.
Hornet pride lives on KSAM. Sting 'em Hornets.
We are just about to get underway for the Amaya's Collision Center third quarter as the Hornets and the Wildcats will do their walkouts. We're about just about to get back and get underway. Splendora will receive once we get things going. It's going to be a little bit late, but it is all good. It just gives me and Justin more time to talk about the moon, some more moon talk.
The moon is going to end up being the co-MVP of this game, I tell you.
I will ask you, though, Justin, who has been very impressive tonight for the Hornets, would you say? Who's been the most impressive player so far?
Oh, you know I'm going to say Trayshawn Brown. He absolutely dominated that first quarter.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count. He gets too much praise. We need to stop it. He gets too much praise. Come on, pick somebody else. That's just the obvious pick.
Zay Adolph had some absolutely fantastic
That's also
throws.
too obvious of a pick, Justin.
All right, well, why don't you go first then, since you're Mr. Deep Analysis expert over here.
Well, I thought you were going to say Luther Joyner III or Lester Davis or anybody on the defense. I mean, come on, man.
All those guys, too. I'm giving it to the whole team, Collin. This is some great team football. And in my mind, no one player necessarily stands out because they are playing so well as a unit. That is what you love to see from your team heading into the postseason. It is a team sport, not an individual sport.
You cheated right there.
I know. I did it shamelessly.
You just do the whole cliche. Oh, everyone's on the team doing good. Yeah, but I honestly, though, I really agree with you, though, to be honest with you. But K.O. Kulak's now back out there for the Diana K. Barnes State Farm Insurance kickoff to the second half.
There's one we can talk about. You know, he had his little mistake with the first kick, and he's locked in since then. Looked a lot better. That's a great example of coming back from some adversity.
40-0 Hornets on top of the Splendora Wildcats. Huntsville Hornets will kick it off, of course. Splendora back to receive it. They're waiting just for the go-ahead to get things going. Back deep for the Wildcats is Bowen. Alongside him is Whelan, sophomore. Slayton Whelan back there as well, along with him to potentially return this kick.
Beautiful night here in Splendora, Texas. The temperature is dropping a little bit, starting to feel a little bit more like fall football as we get ready to start the second half of play.
Or rather, sorry, it's Damarian Anderson out there as well to receive this kickoff. We're waiting on the okay. Oh, it was just some officials that were, I guess, late coming back from the locker room. There was only two officials rather on the field this entire time. I wonder if they're just having some conversations maybe, but who knows. But either way, we're about to get underway for the Amaya's Collision Center third quarter. Glad to have you with us wherever you may be tuning in on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network powered by KSAM Sports, whether it's on the KSAM YouTube channel with the 2K Ultra Enhanced HD presentation on the KSAM mobile app, on your FM dial, in your truck or your car, whatever you may be driving on the KSAM YouTube channel. By the way, if you haven't already, and you will do Justin a great justice, subscribe today to the KSAM YouTube channel. 1,700 subscribers, Justin. Where were y'all to begin the season?
We're trying to get to 2,000 by the end of the year, and I know that we can get there with all of y'all's help. We have grown quite a bit this season. I believe we're at about 1.4 as we get ready to start the second half of play.
Kulak kicks it off, but it will unfortunately land out of bounds. Commentators Kurt, Jinx, Justin.
There we go. It's the second instance tonight.
I think we just need to have you stop talking.
I know. I'm just going to have to keep my mouth shut for the second half.
So it'll be kickoff out of bounds. We'll see. I mean, I still see quite a lot of the ones out there for the defense, Justin. I see Trey Scott III still out there. You see Caden Mavis. I see Washington, Baldwin out there, Sam Cleveland, Victor Olawade still out there.
They must want to keep keeping the foot on the gas.
Fred Olawade, excuse me. Well, here we go. Hinton gets the snap, hands it off to Washington, his back. He's going to get stood up, though, by the Hornet defensive lineman at the 31-yard line of Splendora. And we can go ahead and continue on here on the Amaya's Collision Center third quarter. 11:45 left to go. Kentrey Cooper has been having a nice night for the Huntsville Hornets. Four-man nickel look for the Hornets. So kind of like a 4-2-5 kind of a formation they have rolling on out there. Hinton gets a snap. It was low, going to his right, and it's caught enough for the first down by Holden Price, the senior wide receiver. And the Wildcats offense is moving. They're not wasting any time. They're going no huddle here. 11:06 left to go in the Amaya's Collision Center third quarter.
No complacency here from the Wildcats in the second half. They are going to try to come out and punch the Hornets in the mouth and put one in the end zone and put them on notice.
I mean, a loss is bad, Justin, but and of course it's not said and done, but they just don't want to get shut out.
Absolutely, no, and that's definitely going to be a factor.
Three receivers left, one receiver right. Hinton gets the snap, going to his right again, finds Price, but he was wide open, but it's way off his mark, incomplete. First down and second down and 10 rather. There is no running clock. 10:42 left to go in the Amaya's Collision Center third quarter. The ball will be placed on the right hash of the Splendora 44-yard line. Splendora moving from left to right on your radio dial. Some halftime scores around the district: 28-7. Halftime Montgomery up on Nederland. Montgomery Lake Creek Lions up 16-7 in the middle of the second quarter against New Caney West Fork. Three receivers left once again. One receiver right. Running back in the back with Hinton. Hinton gets the snap low. Trying to find Price again. He's rolling to his right, getting some pressure. He's just going to throw it up in the air and out of bounds. Incomplete past the line of scrimmage. 10:34 now left on the Amaya's Collision Center third quarter. It'll be third down and 10 coming up.
Hornets defense keeping the pressure on the Wildcats. As much as the Wildcats don't want to get shut out, these Hornets want to preserve the shutout.
It's Aiden Washington in the backfield alongside Hinton. They're going to go with basically the same formation they've run on the last two plays. 40-0 Hornets on top of the Wildcats. Ball on the right hash of the 44-yard line. Still a nickel look for the Hornet defense. Hinton, shotgun, gets the snap. Now looks to his left this time, and he's got pressure, and he's going to get brought down in the backfield for a Hartfield Flores sack by Wesley Heineman, the junior linebacker.
Hinton brought down by
That's a new name. Hornets defense keeping the pressure on these Wildcats, forcing them to punt the ball once again.
Heineman coming from the left side of the line of scrimmage, coming in really from that wide 9 spot. Punting unit, though, is on for Splendora. Hinton will, of course, the punter and the quarterback.
Hartfield Flores getting plenty of love tonight. That is the third.
The snap is high. Hinton is running to his left, runs to his right. He can still punt it if he wants. It is a fake, and he is just going to throw it away, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. It seemed like it was a design fake punt. If he wanted to, he could have just kicked it. It would have been just fine.
A little bit of a rugby punt, kicking on the run there.
Sometimes that's what happens. If a fake doesn't go your way, sometimes you can just punt it away, and it'll be no problem. But either way,
strategy here by the Wildcats.
It's a turnover on downs. The ball will be placed at the Splendora 33-yard line. Hornets already in good field position. They can pile on the lead with 9:38 left to go in the Amaya Collision Center third quarter. Luther Joyner the third back out at quarterback. Now he has a new running back there, Martin Juarez, the defensive back sophomore. Wearing number 4. Fakes the handoff, goes to Marcus Lewis to the right side, making his way through Splendora's defense and down inside the Murray Insurance and Financial Services at the Splendora 14. First down and 10 coming up. Mocha Mocha Attorneys allow first down once again.
Marcus Lewis requiring dang near the entire Wildcats defense there to get him down. He did not want to go down.
That's actually Jacavian Burks that's out there for the Huntsville Hornets.
In the backfield?
Yeah, I was told that he wasn't going to be available.
Okay, well, here we go.
Make the handoff to Joyner third, going into the end zone and almost got to C.J. Rogers, incomplete.
Just a little high there by Joyner. Keep us from getting into the end zone to start the second half of play.
8:54 left to go in the Amaya Collision Center third quarter.
Hornet offense looking to score on their opening drive of the second half in the red zone.
Jordan third gets the snap, pistol formation. The ball is on the ground and is recovered by Splendora. The handoff was botched to Burks, recovered at around the 16-yard line. Recovering it is, well, there is no 50 on the roster, but either way, it is a scoop by Splendora's defense. They get the ball back just like that.
The first big mistake by the Hornets offense this entire game, really. Not really sure what happened on the handoff there. It happened so fast. Ball ended up on the ground, and the Wildcats were able to jump on it and get the recovery.
Well, it was Joyner the third trying to hand it off to Jacavian Burks. But either way, 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left for the Splendora Wildcats. Hinton in the back, Washington alongside him as a running back. Hinton hands it off to Washington, but he's going to get tackled in the backfield. Wesley Heineman was the first one there. He's having a good second half already, the junior linebacker.
Putting his name in this half early. That's the second big hit we've seen from him since the second half started.
8.5 minutes left to go in the Amaya Collision Center third quarter. Second down in medium from the Splendora 19. They need to get to the 26-yard line of their own, in their own territory for a new set of downs. Clock keeps running. Play clock down to 14. 8:13 left to go in the Amaya Collision Center third quarter. Play clock now inside 10 seconds. Still getting signals. They need to snap the ball quickly. 5 seconds on the play clock. Wide receiver motioning around. 2 seconds, 1 second. Hinton gets the snap. He pitches it to Washington in the backfield, but he's going to get met by a ton of Hornets in the backfield. This Hornet defense is not slowing down whatsoever. Fred Oladele in on the stop. There's a couple more Hornets as well, and it's going to be third down in about 9. 7:42 left to go in the Amaya Collision Center third quarter.
Yeah, Hornets defense not biting there on all that movement in the backfield, locking in and getting a big stop on second down.
You know, I learned from from an offense, the Texans offense, that if it takes too long to, snap the ball and get out and get ready for set play, it's not really going to end well 9 times out of 10.
No, that's not an indicator that your play is going to go well.
Snap is low, hitting third down and long. Looking to his right, looking to his left, and he's going to get brought down in the backfield once again. It is Wesley Heineman.
Wesley Heineman making his name known this second half. That is his second sack of the half.
Second Hartfield floor sack of this half for Wesley Heineman, and he is pumped up, I'm sure, as he heads on over to the sideline, and it's going to be punted away by Splendora, but they are down deep in their own territory. The ball is spotted at their own 3-yard line. KJ Betts, of course, back to receive this punt.
Not an ideal punting situation here for the Wildcats. They are going to look to get rid of this one quickly to avoid a safety.
6.5 left to go. Rushes on, and the kick is almost blocked. It is actually tipped, and it's going to be planted down at the 10-yard line. So the Hornets are not going to have to go far away if they want to get in the end zone. Let's step aside and take a break for 30 seconds here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
They don't build cars like they used to, and they don't repair them like they used to either. Today's vehicles contain advanced lightweight materials and safety features like crumple zones and sensors that help protect your family. Repairing them properly after a collision requires up-to-date training. Amaya's Collision Center at 686 I-45 has it. They're among only 15% of shops to meet the industry's highest training standards as a gold-class business. When you pick a collision repair shop, make the smart choice for your family's safety. Choose gold-class trained repair professionals. Choose Amaya's Collision Center, 686 I-45.
6:20 left to go. Nehemiah's Collision Center, third quarter. Burks to his right. He's going, and he's going to get brought down at around the 6-yard line in Splendora territory. It is a first and goal, technically, when they first snapped it, of course, so it's going to be second down and goal from the 6-yard line coming up.
And that great defensive series that the Hornets had basically negated that fumble. It was basically in the exact same spot where the turnover on downs happened.
Luther Joyner the third, the quarterback still, pistol formation, 1 tight end. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Snap from the right hash of the 6. Burks gets the snap again, still on his feet, and he is going to get stopped just short of the end zone. He's going to get brought down inside the 1, so it's just basically going to be a hop and a skip to the end zone.
Inches once again. We saw that in the first half. Now it looks like it's going to happen once again.
I need to stop assuming, Justin, that they're going to get in the end zone. But, man, they've just been
It can be tough to tell from here.
It is basically unstoppable, though, at this point, what the Hornets are doing, besides that fumble. Joyner the third in the backfield, fakes the handoff. Look, Burks went the other way. Joyner the third is now going to have to try to effort his way into the end zone, and he does! A busted play turns into 6. Touchdown, Hornets. Third touchdown of the night, third MRC Creekside touchdown of the night for Luther Joyner the third. All 3 times running it in.
You got to think that's probably not how that play was originally drawn up.
Nope.
Luther Joyner the third didn't care. He said, I'm going to the end zone regardless.
They have agreed to a running clock, so the clock keeps running in the Amaya's Collision Center third quarter, 4:37 left to go. Caleb Kulak on the attempt the extra point. Trying to split it through the Nelson Amaya's Collision Center uprights. 4.5 left to go in the Amaya's Collision Center. Third quarter, the kick is up, and it splits the Nelson Amaya's Collision Center uprights in good. We'll step aside and take a break for 60 seconds here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Ready for a new ride? Then head to Bill Fink Ford in Huntsville and take advantage of huge savings during their year-end sales event. That's right, all remaining 24 models in stock have got to go, including everything from the rugged 2024 Ford F-Series trucks to the spacious 2024 Ford SUVs. Hurry in for the best selection and a no-bull deal today. Bill Fink Ford, straight talk, great deals. Shop online 24/7 at BillFinkFordHuntsville.com.
Hi, I'm Michael Murray with Murray Insurance and Financial Services. Our family agency has been representing the Huntsville and Walker County area since the 1930s. It can help you prepare for your future with your financial planning needs, along with the unexpected with life, health, long-term care, and disability insurance needs. Please give us a call at 1-800-695-LIFE. Our email is mike@murrayservices.net.
4:31 left to go in Nehemiah's Collision Center third quarter. 47-0. Hornets on top of the Splendora Wildcats.
Yeah, Hornets not taking their foot off the gas. They want to preserve that shutout, and they want to get as many points on the board as they can in their last game of the season.
Jerry Rivas is now in on the kick this one away. 4:31 left to go, Nehemiah's Collision Center third quarter, and it's a little bit of a pooch kick, and it's going to get fielded by Splendora. Going out of bounds is Bowen at around the 25. Justin, while we have some time, let's thank some of our wonderful sponsors.
Absolutely. Tonight's game is brought to you by Huntsville Independent School District. It's a great day to be a Hornets. We are building champions, everyone, every day. Moak & Moak Attorneys at Law for your real estate planning, real estate or business law and leads. Call Moak & Moak Attorneys at Law, serving Huntsville since 1971. And Heritage Oak Funeral Home, where heritage meets home, your hometown funeral home.
Clock stops at 4:12 left to go. Nehemiah's Collision Center third quarter. 47-0 Hornets on top of the Wildcats. Snap from the right hash of the Splendora 25. Heineman almost got another sack, throwing it up in the air, and it's caught inside Huntsville territory. Making the catch, I'm sure it was, yep. It is going to be Kerry Williams, junior tight end, making the catch for Splendora. It is a long first down for Splendora.
Great catch there by Williams for a play that should have been dead to rights. Almost saw another Hartfield Flores sack, and that gives Splendora their first big gain of the half.
Ball is spotted at the Huntsville 47-yard line. Without any pre-snap penalties, this would be the first time that Splendora has taken a snap in Huntsville territory.
Is that for the entire game, Collin, or is that for this half?
The entire game, Justin.
Goodness.
I did not stutter. Hinton tosses it in the backfield of Washington. Washington to his left, and he's going to only gain one on the play. A big hit laid down. It was Braylon McGowan, defensive back senior for Huntsville, with the big hit. Kind of like a clothesline.
This Hornet defense is not going to let up. They are going to keep on playing tough until the clock says 0.
They did have the ball in Huntsville territory, but then it got called back for a pre-snap penalty. Hinton fakes the toss and throws it, and it is it. I thought it was intercepted for a second there.
Game of inches. That is just short of a Hornet interception, which is just about the only thing we haven't seen tonight, Collin, from this defense.
It went right to the hands of Cameron Pryor, but then it just dropped to the ground. But yeah, Justin, as I was saying, they were in Huntsville territory for a moment in the first half, but then they got called back for a false start and then a couple of sacks and a couple of big losses.
That's why I questioned you for a second. I was like, wait a minute. We've been here before.
I may not be the smartest man, but sometimes I have the memory of an elephant on certain things. From the Huntsville 46-yard line, Hinton motions Washington to his left. The receiver's right, gets the snap low. Hinton looking to his left, dumps it down to Washington on the check down. Past the line of scrimmage, and another big hit. This time with the big hit was Devin Wheeler, freshman defensive back, getting some time for the Huntsville Hornets.
How about the freshman going out there and getting a big hit, stamping his name on this drive? They are not going to let up.
Wheeler made the stop for the Hornets.
It'll be fourth down and about long from the Huntsville 44. Splendora trying to move up. They're going to go ahead and go for it. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Huntsville with a three-man front. Snap is low to Hinton. Looking. He's going to go to his left, and he's got a man, and not making the catch is Bowen. It's incomplete. It's a turnover on downs. Inside 1 minute left to go in the Nehemiah's Collision Center third quarter. We'll step aside and take a break for 30 seconds here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Huntsville ISD is the best place for children to be. We offer a full-day pre-K center to advanced career and college options, along with a variety of extracurricular activities and award-winning fine arts, band and athletics programs, an excellent child nutrition and bus transportation services, bilingual ESL and GT programs, special education services, and a career and technical education program that provides multiple certification and licensing options for students. Visit huntsville-isd.org. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We're building champions, everyone, every day.
Back in the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth, and making the catch and a run for Huntsville is Caden Adolph. That's enough for a Mocha attorneys that lost first down. Now in at quarterback is Nathaniel Pedraza, senior quarterback for Huntsville. So Trey Jordan the third tonight is done. 30 seconds left to go in Nehemiah's Collision Center third quarter. 47-0 Hornets on top of the Wildcats. Pedraza gets the snap, fakes the handoff, goes to his right this time, and making the catch on that side, right side, is Caden Adolph again. 15 seconds left to go. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification.
This is the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Huntsville, 101.7 KSAM. Sting 'em Hornets.
The Maya's Collision Center third quarter ends 47-0. Hornets on top of the Wildcats, 12 minutes away from ending this season, regular season, on a 4-game winning streak. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Looking for a new set of wheels? Now is the perfect time. I'm Toy Williamson, and at Walker County Federal Credit Union, our loan rates have been reduced. Lower rates mean lower payments, and that's more money for things you love. We make the loan process quick, simple, and personal, so you can get on the road with confidence. Visit WalkerCountyFCU.com or come by 1802 Normal Park Drive and let us put the keys in your hands with savings you deserve. Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Proud supporter of Huntsville High School, Danny Doherty State Farm in Huntsville covers all your business, auto, home, life, and renter's insurance needs. Call or stop by the office and get a quote today. They will find the right policy to fit your needs. Call Danny Doherty State Farm Insurance at 936-295-2067. That's 936-295-2067. Or visit them at 2914 Montgomery Road in Huntsville.
Amaya's Collision Center fourth quarter underway here at Wildcat Stadium. Huntsville up 47-0. Pedraza now in at quarterback for your Hornets. And there is a flag on the play, and it looks like it could be a pre-snap penalty on the Huntsville Hornets. False start, yes indeed, 5-yard penalty. The clock will, however, keep on running, and now the officials now saying to stop the clock because it is on a penalty. They cannot start it, and so we'll keep on going here though. But basically, it's just your three. It's basically your 2s and 3s now out there. Mainly, it looks like the 3s with your QB3 now in. Nathaniel Pedraza in shotgun formation. Gets the high snap and hands it off to Christian Dickey going to the left, but he's brought down in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 on the play. And now a Splendora Wildcat is now slow to get up past the Splendora 30. Huntsville in Splendora territory at the 44-yard line. It'll be third down and long. Well, we're going to go ahead and step aside and take a break, though, as they do tend to the down Wildcat. 47-0 Hornets on top of the Wildcats. 11:34 left to go. Nehemiah's Collision Center fourth quarter. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Folks, this is Frank Oliveris, Marine Corps veteran and owner of Frank's Taco Station and Cafe, Riverside, Texas. Come on out to Frank's, where we welcome you like family and invite you to try some of our favorites, like the Frank's Bacon Cheeseburger, Brisket Kojo Taco, Chicken Fried Steak, Baked Potatoes, and more. At Frank's, there is something on the menu for the whole family. Frank's, the home of the loaded train, offers dine-in or carry-out. We are open Monday through Saturday, or call in your order at 936-594-8139. See you soon, and as always, we love you in Christ Jesus.
TWFG and More Insurance has been proudly serving the Huntsville and Walker County area since 2003. Ranked number 1 in Texas as an independently owned insurance provider, our independence affords us the freedom to shop insurance carriers and coverages that best suits our client-specific needs. TWFG offers personal and commercial, life, health, and flood insurance. Call Waylon Moore at 936-293-8121 or drop by 1212 10th Street in Huntsville, Texas. At TWFG and More Insurance, our policy is caring.
They just got out of the timeout. C.J. Rogers with a fantastic catch in the Murray Insurance and Financial Services red zone. They got back quicker than we expected, Justin, because it didn't look like the injury was good, but thankfully for Splendora, it was Braden Dixon, the senior defensive lineman, that was able to get up and walk off the field under his own power. Pedraza, though, Hornets not wasting any time inside the Murray Insurance Financial Service red zone after a Mocha turns a lot first down. Pedraza, pistol formation with Benjamin Thomas in the backfield. He hands it off to Thomas to his left. Thomas trucking through some Wildcats inside the 5, but he's brought down at the Splendora 4-yard line. They will keep going. The clock's still running inside 11 minutes left to go in the Ameyers Closure Center fourth quarter.
All of these Hornet running backs are getting into the party tonight, Collin. They want another one.
Hey, I'd say hand it back off to Benjamin Thomas once again. Pedraza in pistol formation once again. Pedraza claps, gets the snap, hands it off to Thomas once again, right up the middle. He gets to the 2-yard line of Splendora.
Not quite inches like those other two drives, but still fairly close.
10-15 left to go in the Ameyers Closure Center fourth quarter. Huntsville looking to put up a 50-burger.
They got the opportunity to do it here, Collin.
Pedraza laying out his signals. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Thomas still in the backfield with them in shotgun formation, 1 tight end. Pedraza gets the snap, fakes it. Pedraza trying to get himself in the end zone, and he's going to get stopped short in the backfield by Darius Druitt, the senior linebacker for the Wildcats. Down at the 2, 4th and goal. They are going to go ahead and go for it. I mean, why not? 9.5 left to go in the Ameyers Closure Center fourth quarter.
They want that 50-burger, Collin.
I mean, they could kick the field goal.
That's true.
I mean, I was a math college student, but the math.
Fortune favors the brave, as they say.
4th and goal. Pedraza gets the high snap, running to his left. He's trying to outrun a few Wildcats, but he won't be able to as he's swallowed up a loss of 4 on the play. Pedraza tosses the football in the air. He's like, well, oh well, we tried. They're going to keep on keeping on. Justin, while we have the time, let's thank some of our wonderful sponsors.
Absolutely, Collin. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Frank's Taco Station in Riverside, Country Kitchen, tacos, and more. And Nelson Amaya Collision Center, honest work and quality service. And the Murray Insurance and Financial Services, an agency you can trust.
Splendora offense back out there for the time being. 9:04 left to go in the Ameyers Collision Center fourth quarter. Don't go away, folks. Coming up, we will have the AB Squared Self-Storage post-game show after the conclusion of this ball game. Hinton gets the low snap, hands it off to his running back, who is swallowed up immediately a few yards beyond the line of scrimmage. Couldn't see who that was. It's a Hilario in on the carry. Clock now inside 9 minutes to go.
You know, Collin, they get a hold, they get a stop here. They might get one more opportunity for that 50-burger. So it might just be just enough time there.
8:36 left to go in Nehemiah's Collision Center fourth quarter. Ball at the Splendora 10-yard line. They need to get to the 18, second and 8 rather. Hitting gets the snap, throws it to Bowen, and he is beyond the first down marker. It is going to be a fresh set of downs for the Splendora Wildcats. Clock keeps rolling, though. 47-0. Hornets on top of the Wildcats. 8:11 left to go in Nehemiah's Collision Center fourth quarter. First down and 10 from the 19-yard line in Splendora territory from the left hash. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left, 1 tight end, 1 running back in the backfield. In Washington alongside the quarterback in Hinton. Hinton gets the low snap, once again fakes the handoff, throwing to Bowden once again. Bowden across the 25, and he's brought down at around the 28-yard line. Making the tackle was Devin Wheeler, the freshman defensive back. 7:41 left to go in the Ameyers Collision Center Fourth quarter, it is going to be, the officials seem to be now arguing whether it was short or not, but it is not. It is a 1st and 10 for Splendora. You already had it typed up as a 2nd and short,
I
didn't you?
did. As soon as I changed it. Shouldn't have done it.
Jinx once again, man.
Commentator's curse is real tonight, Collin.
7:15 left to go in the Nehemiah's Collision Center, fourth quarter from the Splendora 29-yard line. Hidden in the backfield with Washington. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Hinton gets a snap at his face. He's running it to the right. He's looking downfield. He has no options. He's going to have to keep it himself. He gets past. No, he doesn't. He does not get past the line of scrimmage as he runs out of bounds 1 yard behind the line of scrimmage. It was 2nd and 11. Coming up, 6:47 left to go in the Nehemiah's Collision Center fourth quarter.
That clock continues to tick as Splendora is looking to do anything they can to avoid the shutout.
Hilario's now back in the game at running back with Washington now off the field. Aiden Washington has been pretty impressive as the sophomore running back. Could be an impressive name to watch out for next year if you're a Splendora fan listening in. Bowen on the left side as a receiver. 2 receivers to the right. Splendora moving from right to left. Gets the snap, hands it off to Hilario. Hilario is met immediately and brought down. Let's see who that is. It's Braylon McGowan, it looks like. No, Bryson Johnson, excuse me, making the tackle. From the Splendora 30-yard line, it'll be 3rd down and 9. 5:50 left to go in the Nehemiah's Collision Center fourth quarter. Again, they have agreed to a running clock, so it's gonna keep on going no matter what. 47-0 Hornets on top of the Wildcats. Defense shift all over the place. Low snap, Hinton picks it up, and he brings it up, throwing down the field high in the air, and it is almost intercepted by Jaden Bennett.
He almost got the one thing we haven't seen out of the Hornets defense tonight, Collin. That was just about intercepted.
5:21 left to go in Nehemiah's Collision Center fourth quarter, as that's where it will stop. And of course, I can imagine that the Wildcats are just going to go ahead for the 4th down try. Getting the signal, Hinton is from the sideline. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Hilario in the backfield, and it looks like Hinton's actually going to punt this one away, and he is. It's a pooch punt. And there's nobody back for the Hornets to recover this. Takes a couple of bounces, now rolls past the Hornet 35 and down at the Hornet 34. 5:10 left to go in Nehemiah's Collision Center fourth quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
They don't build cars like they used to, and they don't repair them like they used to either. Today's vehicles contain advanced lightweight materials and safety features like crumple zones and sensors that help protect your family. Repairing them properly after a collision requires up-to-date training. Amaya's Collision Center at 686 I-45 has it. They're among only 15% of shops to meet the industry's highest training standards as a gold-class business. When you pick a collision repair shop, make the smart choice for your family's safety. Choose gold-class trained repair professionals. Choose Amaya's Collision Center, 686 I-45.
Pedraza takes the snap, hands it off to Thomas, who is stopped for a 2-yard gain at the Huntsville 31-yard line. 5 minutes left to go in the Nehemiah's Collision Center fourth quarter. 47-0 Hornets on top of the Wildcats. Pretty much all said and done, unless the Wildcats score 10 points a minute. At least 10, well, even with 10 points a minute, it wouldn't really work.
It's possible. It's possible.
Never tell me the odds.
Of course.
2nd down and long from the Huntsville 31. Pedraza gets the snap, fakes the handoff. Pedraza runs out the middle, spin move, and he's met at the 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd down to medium. Justin, let's thank some more of our wonderful sponsors.
Absolutely, Collin. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by University Heights Baptist Church, cultivating people who make Jesus known through the lives we live and the conversations we have. And Huntsville Independent School District. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We are building champions, everyone, every day.
It is indeed another great day to be a Huntsville Hornet. 4:03 left to go in Nehemiah's Collision Center fourth quarter. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Snap, getting it. The handoff is Thomas running to the right. He's got enough for the Mocha Turnies. A long first down as he's across the 45 in Splendora territory. Another Mocha Turnies a long first down for Huntsville. Justin, 3:45 left to go in the Amayas Collision Center fourth quarter. You really want that 50 burger.
We do. We might as well get it at this point, Collin.
43.
From the right hash of the Splendora 43-yard line. Pedraza filling in at quarterback for this fourth quarter. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Pedraza, pistol formation, Thomas right behind him, gets the snap, hands it off, no, fakes it. He'll keep it himself. Pedraza going to his left, trying to find his way back to the line of scrimmage, and he will barely just get there. It'll be second down and 11, though, actually. They're going to say he lost 1 on the play.
Just a little bit of hesitation there at the end of the play, kind of stepped back a little, caused them to lose a yard.
Thomas now exits the game. No injury, just sprints off the field. Lester Davis is now in the backfield for the Hornets.
Are we going to see another Lester Davis drive, Collin? That's the question.
Let's see what happens here. I'm quite curious to see what they do here. 3 receivers left. Couple tight ends, motioning now, Pedraza, and almost gets trucked by his own receiver in Kendrick Cooper. Or rather, that's actually Christian Dickey, excuse me. And he's brought down past the line of scrimmage, a gain of a couple. He's brought down at the Splendora 41-yard line. They do need to get to the Splendora 33 for a fresh set of downs. 2:10, however, left to go in the Amayas Collision Center fourth quarter. I'm sure they're going to run this clock down to the 2-minute warning, timeout rather, and they will, and we'll take it with them. We'll be back after this on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Huntsville ISD is the best place for children to be. We offer a full-day pre-K center to advanced career and college options, along with a variety of extracurricular activities and award-winning fine arts, band and athletics programs, an excellent child nutrition and bus transportation services, bilingual ESL and GT programs, special education services, and a career and technical education program that provides multiple certification and licensing options for students. Visit huntsville-isd.org. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We're building champions, everyone, every day.
Back here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports, featuring some very loud, overmodulated speakers.
I had to turn our crowd mic down a little bit on that one, Collin. That was quite a bit of noise.
Personally, I don't think that's enough.
I'm already hard enough on hearing. I do not need any more hearing loss tonight.
Well, Huntsville are 2 minutes away from ending their regular season on a 4-game winning streak. Lester Davis in the backfield now alongside Pedraza. Pedraza gets a snap, hands it off. No, he'll keep it himself, going to the right. Dazzes his way past the 35, trying to get to the 30. He does have enough forward progress, gives him enough for the Mocha Turnies at law first down at the 31-yard line in Splendora territory. Clock keeps running here. 1:43 left to go in the Amayas Collision Center fourth quarter.
The hope for the 50 burger is alive, Collin.
Gosh. Oh my gosh. Gotta love it. I'm sure the team wants it, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely. That's why they're going for it.
I feel like Splendora really expected Lester Davis to get that ball.
I think they did too, yeah.
Let's see.
That was a heck of a play.
2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Davis gets the snap, but he's brought down in the backfield. He'll lose 4 on the play. Clock keeps running, though. 70 seconds left to go in the Amayas Collision Center fourth quarter. I'm sure Huntsville's content with letting this clock run down.
I think
Obviously.
I think that might do it, Collin. They might.
The 50 burger is done. Victory formation, the best formation in all of football. Huntsville is in. 50 seconds left to go in the Amayas Collision Center fourth quarter. Pedraza gets the snap, Neill's down. 45 seconds left to go. I'm sure they're just going to have to snap it. Pretty sure they're going to have to snap it one more time. They haven't reset the play clock just yet. Now they finally have. 33 seconds left to go. 27 seconds, 25, and the offense is heading off the field. 20 seconds left to go in the Amayas Collision Center fourth quarter, but that will do it, folks. The Huntsville Hornets will end their regular season on a 4-game winning streak heading into the postseason. They take tonight's game 47-0 over the Splendora Wildcats. Folks, when we come back, we will talk about what happened, what transpired here today at Wildcat Stadium. Coming your way now is the AB Squared Self-Storage post-game wrap-up. We'll be back after this on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Powered by KSAM Sports, the Huntsville Hornets are victorious.
Hey Huntsville, it's Cicely with Hartfields. Can you believe it's already time to start planning for the holidays? We are getting fresh shipments of beautiful fall flowers daily and have started planning on holiday parties and events. If you have an upcoming holiday occasion that needs flowers or just a simple just because arrangement, give us a call today. Don't wait. You can always reach us at 295-5448. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram or our website at HuntsvilleHartfieldFlorist.com. If you're in the neighborhood, we'd love for you to stop by the shop at 1525 Sam Houston Avenue. This fall and always, remember Hartfields, personalizing your events since 1957.
Your brand is your business. Shop local with Advantage Specialties, where you will get service with a personal touch. Hello, I'm Stephanie Pitts, owner and operator of Advantage Specialties. Advantage Specialties offers screen printing and embroidery on site. Let Advantage Specialties get you ready for your next event with cups, apparel, caps, pins, and everything else you could need. Go to AdvantageSpecialties.com or call our team at 936-291-3222 to start that order now. Sting 'em Hornets!
Wiesner Chevrolet in Huntsville has immediate openings for service technicians, body shop, and sales consultants. Service technicians that are ASE certified are preferred but not required. Looking for a great career? Wiesner Huntsville is looking for service technicians, body shop, and sales consultants, and complete benefits are included. So go by today and apply. Take exit 116 on I-45 North and go past 11th Street in Huntsville. Wiesner Chevrolet in Huntsville is hiring.
Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Hornet football. Family owned and operated since 2000. Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner. For all your plumbing needs, call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em Hornets.
This is BJ McMichael, Minister of Students and Outreach at University Heights Baptist Church and a proud 1993 Hornet graduate. At UHBC, we believe Sunday is game day for your faith. We start at 8 a.m. with our traditional worship. Then both at 9:30 and at 11, you have options. Huddle up in a small group or attend contemporary worship. 2 time slots with the same great options. Don't forget about Wednesday nights from 6 to 7:30 Bible studies and programming for every age and stage. If you don't already have a church home, we want to invite you to add church to your weekly game plan. We'll save you a seat. Sting 'em Hornets.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. You can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Diana K. Barnes, right here in Huntsville, can switch you over so you can start saving today. Diana and her team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. Just give her a call. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome to the Huntsville Hornets High School Football Postgame Show. Sponsored by AB Squared Self-Storage. With the game recap, here's Carlos Zimmerman, Brian Adams, and Emma Sims.
We welcome you back to the Frank's Taco Station broadcast booth. Collin, Neill, Justin Hardcastle, the AB Squared Self-Storage post-game show comes your way here. And Justin, it was a close game. I'm just kidding. It wasn't a close game. 47-0. Hornets on top of the Wildcats. A 4-game winning streak heading into the postseason. And really, besides like a couple nitpicky things, it's of course what we mostly expected. But Hornets take care of business tonight here, Justin. I don't really have any complaints.
No, Collin, I sure don't either. That was just about as perfect of a night as the Hornets could have hoped for. Dominated all 4 quarters, played great team football. Can't really complain much about that going into postseason play.
No, Trayshawn Brown with a couple of touchdowns. Lester Davis with a touchdown himself. Tydarian Harrison with a touchdown reception, and a couple other guys got in the end zone. 3 touchdowns for Trey Joyner III, and you also got Lester Davis going into the end zone as well. Lester Davis having a good night for himself. Could be looking towards him in the postseason. But yeah, really lots to talk about. Of course, we do hope that Zay Adolph is okay. He exited the game in that first half after taking a big hit, and so we hope everything is okay on that front. Right now, though, tonight celebrating the victory, 47-0 Hornets over the Wildcats. They end the regular season on a 4-game winning streak, and that's just great. And I just say that. I mean, while you, of course, expected to get the win here tonight, Justin, you still had a game to play. You did what you had to do. You came in, took care of business, and now you have some good momentum heading into the postseason, which is desperately something that you need going into you most likely going to Marshall.
Apologies for that, folks. I'm trying to fix our post-game graphic. That is not hieroglyphs at the bottom. It is supposed to say final. Just pretend it says final.
Yeah, well, when we come back, folks, we do have to wrap things. We do have to go quickly here on the AB Squared Self-Storage post-game show. When we come back, we'll have your Wiesner of Huntsville Player of the Game. Stay right there, folks. We will continue the AB Squared Self-Storage post-game show after this.
AB Squared Self-Storage is your local go-to self-storage facility that can help give you the extra space you need, big or small. From non-climate and climate-controlled storage to parking spaces for your car, boat, trailer, and RV, they have it all. AB Squared Self-Storage has 24-hour computerized gate access, around-the-clock security camera monitoring, no long-term lease commitment, and convenient payment option. Give them a call today at 936-755-5000 or reserve your space online at www.ab2selfstorage.com.
The hits keep coming. Back to Hornets High School football on KSAM.
AB Squared Self-Storage post-game wrap-up continues here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Justin, I don't really have a Wiesner of Huntsville Player of the Game because there's so many of them. I mean, I'm going to just go ahead and list things off there. Wesley Heineman with a nice night, getting a bunch of sacks in the backfield.
2 sacks, yeah. To start off the second half. That was impressive.
Luther Joyner III, Trey Joyner III coming in, and as the music gets ever so louder here, Trey Joyner III getting 3 touchdowns on his own end. Lester Davis filling in nicely as that second running back. And Nathaniel Pedraza, of course, doing his thing. I mean, I don't really have a... And Justin is just laughing. So
sorry, folks. There is music blasting comically loud right next to our heads. So we apologize for that.
That's mostly a reason why we're trying to wrap things up. But Wiesner of Huntsville Player of the Game. Everybody.
No, and you called me. You said I was copping out for saying this earlier, but it absolutely was a team win tonight. You really can't complain about too many assets of how the Hornets played tonight. Special teams wasn't great on those first 2. They were good overall, but those first 2 drives, whenever you had the missed extra point attempt and the failed 2-point conversion, those were a little rough, but they were able to come back and correct those. About as solid of a team win as you can get.
I think they know that we're up here, so that's why they're just blaring this music.
No, I really do. I have muted the crowd mic, and it is still just obscenely loud.
Well, we'll wrap things up here on the AB Squared Self-Storage post-game wrap-up after this on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
AB Squared Self-Storage is your local go-to self-storage facility that can help give you the extra space you need, big or small. From non-climate and climate-controlled storage to parking spaces for your car, boat, trailer, and RV, they have it all. AB Squared Self-Storage has 24-hour computerized gate access, around-the-clock security camera monitoring, no long-term lease commitment, and convenient payment option. Give them a call today at 936-755-5000 or reserve your space online at www.ab2selfstorage.com.
Hornets High School football on your home for the Hornets, KSAM.
The music is gone, and we are back here on the AB Squared Self-Storage postgame wrap-up, and I just jinxed it.
Collin, that is about the 6th commentator curse tonight. Hey, at least it's Turnpike Troubadours. We got that going for us, folks.
Well, don't name the song, please, because we don't want to get copyrighted. We probably are going to get copyrighted at this point, but who cares?
Well,
whatever.
It's all good.
With the waning gibbous and blaring music, Justin, we look ahead to next week now. Of course, Hornets heading to the postseason. It is going to be Marshall. But of course, we don't know the time, we don't know the exact place, we don't know the day, of course. So, folks, if you need to keep up to date with the latest information, please sure you follow all of the appropriate accounts. KSAM for your broadcast info, Huntsville ISD Athletics, Hornet football, like social media accounts, everything that will be kept track as well. But I am hearing it is for sure going to be Marshall. I'm sure we could have already figured that out. I just didn't want to accidentally say something that could be wrong. But folks, featuring awaiting Gibbous, that will do it for us here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Justin, do you have any final thoughts?
I do not, Collin. It was a solid team win. Just about as good of an end to the regular season as you can get if you're the Huntsville Hornets. They've got all the momentum going into the postseason.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, for Michael, our camera operator, Damien back at the studio, board operating. For Justin Hardcastle, I am Collin Neill saying so long for now. And folks, I cannot thank you enough for bearing with me for a couple of games this season. If I would have told you I never called football before this football season. So thank y'all very much. Thank you, Carlos Zimmerman, for letting me hop on these broadcasts. Tonight's broadcast of Huntsville Hornet football is copyrighted for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the express written or any dissemination without the express written consent of 101.7 KSAM and Huntsville High School Athletics is strictly prohibited. For Justin Hardcastle, I'm Collin Neill saying so long for now. You've been listening to Huntsville Hornet football on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Good night, and as always, sting 'em Hornets.
This has been the AB Squared Self-Storage Hornets High School Football Postgame Show on KSAM.
This is Kevin with Beckham & Jones Heating and Air Conditioning. The future of home comfort is here. The Carrier Infinity System delivers premium home heating and cooling with low energy costs. Call 936-295-9173 today and ask me what you can do to better your home comfort and take advantage of lower utility bills. Carrier, turn to the experts. Now that's Beckham & Jones.
License number TACLA 260793C. Beckham & Jones.